What is up, folks? What's that sound? You know what it is. It's the old theme music, the new theme music, I should say. Back in the old swing of things. Doing another Tales from the Dorkside late night Monday. I think next week we're going to try to do these earlier. But we're going to do it late night Dorkside after dark. Hopefully we'll have some guests come in, shoot the shit like we always do. Yeah. Just got back from a top 3 stream last Thursday. That was fun. We'll have some repeats from that guy and that stream. What else we got going on? Hope we had a lovely weekend. So yeah, Fast and the Furious. Can't believe it's still a thing. I don't understand. Let's kick it off. Yeah, I don't know. The Slow and the Curious, Geriatric Drift. How many of these movies are we gonna make? And I saw some images of the Jason Momoa showing up, hamming it up in some weird Roman accent. I don't know, looking all weird. He's definitely getting the Coke and beer bloat, Momoa, and he's going bald. Unfortunately, he's just sold this image to look like Lobo. So, like, he's got to have long ass hair and a beard and muscles. And when he gets fat and bald, they're not going to like him anymore. So he's going to have to keep that shit secret for as long as he can. But yeah, most importantly, Vin Diesel. Like, these pictures here, obviously everyone's aged up. But Vin Diesel, no, he kind of looks just like this in the new movie. I mean, this isn't far off. And it's like, when are we going to start having Vin Diesel? So I was talking about family. When are the little grandkids going to start popping up? You know, that's what we need to do. We need to do the Indiana Jones thing to Vin Diesel's character. Have have the grandson show up and be like, "I'm taking the wheel, Gramps. You don't know nothing about family. You don't know nothing about family." Anyway, yeah, what else is going on? Terrible news. Karaoke bar I love to go to on Fridays and Wednesdays burned down last night. I figured this out this morning. What a crazy ass story, man. Shit sucks. Anyway, feel sorry. Chameleon Bar, if you guys need anything, obviously, we're gonna keep singing. Hopefully, elsewhere. Bring y'all with us until we figure out what's going on with that place. It was a cool spot. I'm sad. It's a huge bummer. Another huge bummer. Ray Stevenson passed away today. You might know him from the Thor movies, the Punisher, Warzone film. Arguably the best Punisher on screen. Yeah, R.I.P. R.I.P. And it sucks because he was like one of the few things that was like piquing my interest about any of the new Star Wars stuff. He's in that new Ahsoka show, I think, or something. I don't know. Anyway, he's dead now. Very sad. I do love that Punisher movie so much. The Warzone one. Fucking McNulty. Dominic West from The Wire is playing Jigsaw. He's fantastic as Jigsaw. And, his accent, we all know he's actually British. He's actually British in real life. So when he tries to do American kind of gangster accent, let me do a gangster accent. Like, hey, forget about it. Hey, forget about it. Hey, what the fuck you looking at? What are you looking at over here? Why don't you keep on walking? I'm walking over here. You walk over there. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. Just hamming it up for 5 minutes. 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. Who knows? What else would I talk about today? I got to say, I was very sad. I went to the store today and I bought some of these Bud Light, Bud seltzer sodas. They're like hard sodas. That's what they're called. Bud Light hard sodas. They're like taste like Coca-Cola and shit. They got beer in them. I don't know how it works. They were on sale. They were like on clearance, and I was excited because I was like, "Ooh, I hear about how like they're offering $20 rebates on $20 24 packs of beer." Basically, they're paying you to drink this Bud Light now because apparently the rumor is that they need to restock these shelves. And it's going to get to a certain point where nobody's buying the shit. And yeah, the stores, the distributors are going to have to buy them back, which will be crazy. So I've seen memes and pictures of like Budweiser on sale, like 24 packs for like $1.74. That can't be real. It's not real in my town. But if it is real, I'm fucking going to buy a pallet of Bud Light. I don't give a shit. Like, it's all piss. Like, we're talking about drinking piss beer, Miller Lite, Lone Star, Budweiser. They're all the same, dude. Michelob, fucking Keystone Light. That was one we used to drink in high school. Keystone and Natty Light. They're disgusting. Not good. Not good. I see someone popped in. Someone popped in to the left. It's cheap, but not that cheap. Yeah. I mean, I was seeing, I was kind of upset. I mean, I'm in Texas, so maybe that has something to do with, because I know it's like brewed in Texas, allegedly, Bud Light. But yeah, I was definitely like $20 for a 24 pack. And I was looking at the other shitty beers. That seems to be the normal price. And I'm like, well, not yet. But goddamn, I don't care if it's old. Like, you understand? Like, I saw a meme. It was obviously fake, or maybe it was somewhere far away. But like, if you had a pallet of Bud Light and each 24 pack was $1.70 something, like you would have a frenzy. You would definitely have dudes like fighting over a shit. Be like, honey, get 3 more shopping carts. Like, stand here while I come right back with another shopping cart. I would just get an attendant immediately. I'd start ringing the pager nearby. I'm like, assistants over here in the beer aisle. Assistants in the beer aisle. And I'd be like, yo, I need someone to come and take all this to the checkout. Come on, help me. I'll grab a bunch too. Let's do it. I'm buying it all. I'm fucking throwing down $100 for all these right now. I don't care. You know how much beer that is? Yeah, it's like I wouldn't even want to drink it. I would just do funny shit with it. I would, throw them at people. I could, I'd marinate a ton of fucking meat with them. Anytime I make a steak or chicken, I'd be like, marinate it with some Bud Light. Fuck it. Cook it with some Bud Light. Yeah. Wes, I gave you the link if you want to come in here. I know you've been popping in lately every week. So I felt like I should definitely, Wes would be like, yo, man, where's my invite? I think my cousin's coming in. Blue Collar Loser, he's watching the Fast and the Furious Part 10 a second time right now in 4D. God bless that boy. That man, he is a true film connoisseur. He might pop in later. If things keep going the way they are, we aren't far from that. No one is buying it at my bar. You had me fooled with that picture for this. Yeah, I mean, for this banner, you mean? Yeah, the banner. I didn't make the aged picture. I did find the aged filtered pictures from elsewhere, but I did chop it up, slice it up real quick, add this font. I did find the font, the Fast and the Furious font. It's called Antiquita Olive. Noble. I don't know, some font name. It's all. That's one of my fortes in graphic design, is like identifying, finding fonts, taking an image and like replicating it. That's what I had to do with all these stupid sorority shirts. They'd be like, hey, the Subway logo? Yeah. Well, can we get the Subway logo, but make it like, say, Sig Delt? Like, are you fucking serious? And it was funny because I knew all the sorority gossip because like the sorority girls worked where I was at. And they'd be like, it's so funny that they're doing Subway because the Sig Delta girls are all fatties. Like, that's like what they're known for. The Sigma Delta Pi girls are all fatties. And they're literally making a Subway shirt. That is so tacky. It's like, damn, you girls are ruthless. Girls don't care. That was fun. What else did I have to do? Man, yeah, all kinds of logos. And those girls had no originality. They'd come in with a Pinterest picture. Every fucking time it was some Pinterest link. Hey, you see this shirt that this other sorority made? We want this exact shirt, but in different colors, and it says our name instead of theirs. It's like, Jesus Christ, ladies, we can draw whatever we want. The imagination, whatever you guys can think of. Nope. We just want this exact picture. We're just gonna rip off someone else. And I was just like, all right, whatever. My fucking sorority event. I don't care. It's pretty funny because they make these shirts for every damn event they do. Like, they make a shirt for every girl, custom screen print, oversized T-shirts. Anytime they like fucking reorganize a closet, change a light bulb, doesn't matter. Mow the lawn, make a shirt for it. Every time they do any kind of event or extracurricular thing, they gotta all get matching shirts for it. And I was like, what the hell's that about? But then one sorority girl, she told me something pretty interesting. She said that she takes all her shirts and they're gonna cut out all the back images and turn them into a big blanket. I was like, that's cool. Let's see. Blue Collar uses that Regal Rewards card with no shame. Did you watch the new FNF? Drink have a decent review. No, I haven't seen any of them. I like part 5 a lot. What up, Smile?
What's up, dude?
Glad you made it again.
Yeah.
Ooh, 2 for 2 now.
I know. I like the topic.
Me and Queef just got done watching a weird ass movie, because we're gonna start watching movies at like random times now because I want to burn in a bunch of them. So I'll start posting in the we kind of did it randomly, but I'll start posting random times at the Dorkside chat like, yo, we're about to watch this movie. I think Blue Collar Loser, he's coming in here, and hopefully we're gonna watch Speed tomorrow. And I know Wes over here in the comments, we need to watch Commando.
Nice. Yeah. I saw Speed. Both of those are streaming right now, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna, everything's streaming on my computer, if you know what I'm saying. But as far as part 5, I have it's Fast 5. Yeah, I like part 6 actually. I'm sorry, the Fast and Furious. That's what it's called. It was the first one where like Paul Walker and Vin Diesel and all the dudes were back. It was like the first time they came back, the first time they did their reunion tour. And that one is so funny because I have the riff tracks of it, and dude, that's a weird ass movie, man. Like, my favorite part, yeah, I've said this before, but like Vin Diesel like beats the shit out of Paul Walker, like fucking like pummels him in the face like 8 times. And then he gets up and they're like, hey, all right, you made your point. And then the next day, Paul Walker's like walking into work, like back at the fucking FBI, and he just has like a little cut on his lip,
right.
Little scratch right here. It's like, dude, his face should be like fucking all swollen and shit, and pink and inflamed and like all glistening.
So you know how it does? Kicking. Yeah.
You know how when you get your ass kicked, your face gets all swollen, it's all shiny too? It looks like it's covered in Vaseline.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Never see that shit in movies. That's part 4. Jesus Christ. I don't know any of the movies, dude. I mean,
dude, I just wanted to come in and say that I love Tokyo Drift was my favorite one.
I've heard that is like 2 and Tokyo Drift are like the fan favorites.
Yeah. And I don't, I'm not really sure even why. It was because it didn't even have like the main character.
I think that's why.
Yeah.
I think that's why. It's like, yeah, let's branch out a little, Right. I think that was what was cool about it. And now they're like, now everyone's just coming back to every single movie.
Yeah. There's like there's no stakes.
That Commando, you're a funny guy, Sully. I like you. That's why I'm gonna kill you last. And then later, when he's holding Sully off the fucking cliff upside down by his ankle, he's like, remember when I said I'd kill you last? He's like, yeah, you did say that. I lied. He throws him off the cliff. Ah!
Yeah, I remember that.
Me and Queef, my cousin, just watched this weird ass movie called Nights. It's a terrible title. It's just called Nights, but technically it was supposed to be Cyborg 2, but it ended up not being Cyborg 2, and Cyborg 2 became another movie, and this movie just became called Nights. I don't understand. And for some reason, there's no knights in it. It's all about like cyborgs in the post-apocalypse. But Lance Henriksen's in it, and he's got a weird claw hand. But yeah, we'll probably release that this week.
Nice.
Or Speed. I don't know. Maybe we'll watch Speed tomorrow.
Lance Henriksen, wasn't he just when you did Piranha 2?
Yeah, Piranha 2.
Hopefully,
he will be a recurring thing because I want to watch Hard Target. I want to watch What else was he in? Pumpkinhead. I want to watch those towards
Oh
Halloween.
yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
Pumpkinhead movies, the first and
Good.
second one. I want to watch. He's also in Man's Best Friend. That's on the list with the killer Saint Bernard. That's like been genetically mutated. Lance Henriksen is also in No Contest Part 2. I want to watch No Contest 1 and 2 very soon, and hopefully have a panel of hot girls.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. He just has an awesome
voice.
Yeah, voice, face. His face looks cool.
You know what's funny is I watched this great movie that was recommended by a critical drinker called Boiling Point, and it's from 2021 or some shit like that. And it was a great like quarantine movie, like a movie that took advantage of the quarantine because like they're trying, you could tell movies that were filmed during quarantine because they'd all be like, similar like plays, This movie is literally, I was blown away by it. And it's a simple movie about a kitchen on a busy night, like a very prestigious restaurant. And the whole movie was one fucking giant take. What up, Vince? How you doing, dweeb? You want a link, Vince? I'll send you a link, buddy. Get in here. Yeah, we're just talking about
kitchen.
Yeah. Basically, this dude's like a prestigious chef, and it's a busy ass night at this restaurant, and then there's like some drama with like some past acquaintance of his shows up, and he's like dining, and he's like they used to run a restaurant together, and there's like food critic stuff, and alcoholism and substance abuse behind the scenes, and all this crazy shit. But what was amazing is the whole movie's one take, and there's no like computer trickery where they're like, I couldn't tell any like seamless transitions or anything. It looked like it was all one take, filmed in a real kitchen with like real food and real fire and real like dialogue.
That's awesome.
Fucking very impressive. But why I brought it up was after that we were thinking, hey, you know what? I kind of want to watch the other version of this movie, which is like fancy restaurant, but like the silly version. And it was that movie Slammin' Salmon by Broken Lizard.
Right, yeah.
That movie's fucking funny. And it's just like what it's like to work at like what it's like to be a waiter at one of these fine dining restaurants, and like
right.
When like the desserts get sent back and they all like run to the fucking with their forks and just inhale it because they haven't eaten and they're just like trying to get free food anytime they can.
Right.
Dude, it's so good. But yeah, Lance Henriksen's in it and he plays like this big television producer. And yeah.
What else was he in? Leviathan? Was it Leviathan?
Was that the one with the sea monster?
Yeah.
He might have been in that one.
Sometimes I get them mixed up.
I don't think either of them were in that one, but I did see Leviathan. Maybe it was Lance Henriksen. Yeah, Lance Henriksen is amazing in Hard Target. See, that's the thing is like I want to do very soon this summer because it's action movie season. I want to do these watches, make them all kind of action movies, but maybe some sci-fi here and there. But I want to do the trilogy. I want to do the Manhunting trilogy, which is Hard Target, Surviving the Game with Ice-T and Rutger Hauer. Hard Target is Jean-Claude Van Damme and Lance Henriksen. And then also the third one would be The Pest with fucking John Leguizamo. And hunted by pedophile Jeffrey Jones.
Oh, shit. That sounds like fun.
Well, to be fair, Jeffrey Jones wasn't a pedophile. He was a child pornographer. So, goddamn, Hollywood is evil. Not the principal from Ferris Bueller.
Oh, yeah, that was that guy. Okay. All right.
He was the dark overlord of the universe in Howard the Duck, the movie, which is another movie I want to rewatch.
Yeah.
Vince,
yeah.
I'm glad you're here, dude. Vince was didn't he just get back from on the road on tour? Or are you getting ready to go again? I'm getting ready to go to Colorado at the end of June for a week. I'll remind you about those gigs. But
yeah, please do.
I'm trying to get, like I said, I'm not going to record on Tuesdays for the next couple of weeks. We are going to record on Tuesdays, but also other days. Like, let's just like stream some movies.
Cool.
Wes, Nature of the Beast with Lance Henriksen and Eric Roberts. Oh, I remember this one.
Nature of the Beast.
I remember Eric Roberts being in those Best of the Best movies. That was a good one. Nature of the Beast. Book.
Huh. Is that like an 80s movie or early 90s?
I hope so.
Must have been.
1995. Hell yeah, that's actually a good year. Is it like a Okay. It's like a killer movie. Oh my God. From the director of Jeepers Creepers, Victor Salva.
Cool.
He did Powder. He's also a fucking child pornographer. God damn it.
Wow, small world.
What is this movie about? It looks cool. Let me pull up a photo.
Yeah, dude. I want to. You mentioned Speed earlier. I can't wait to rewatch that one.
Man, and it's the thing is like the thought of like watching part 2 also, but I feel like a lot of people have made fun of part 2. Not too many people make fun of part 1 because part 1's considered a classic. I'm like, dude, part 1 is extremely riffable.
Yeah, definitely.
Here we go. The nature of the beast. All men are created evil. Ooh, that's a good tagline. You know, it's another good Lance Henriksen is the Tales from the Crypt episode he's in, dude, where it's like the what was it called? Cutting cards. And it's about those two gamblers in Vegas, and they both have like crazy gambling addiction. And like next thing you know, they're playing like chop poker. They're playing first they're playing Russian roulette, like in a parking lot, trying to kill each other, and it's not working. So then they start playing chop poker where they're betting fingers for hands. Shit. Yeah, dude. That's a good one, dude. Freaky. All right. Nature of the Beast, directed by Victor Salva. When drifter Adrian, played by Eric Roberts, strikes up a conversation with a man named Jack, played by Lance Henriksen, one night in a restaurant off the main road, Jack uneasily agrees to give Adrian a lift. As the two drive, Adrian starts making Jack increasingly uncomfortable by repeatedly alluding to a secret Jack is keeping. Meanwhile, news reports are spreading about a vicious murderer, known as the Hatchet Man, who seems to be committing crimes. Oh, so one of these two guys is a killer. And you're like hitchhiking with a dude. Who's the killer? The driver or the hitchhiker? That's
the
good.
Hatchet Man. Is that the?
Yeah, I assume because he kills with a hatch pepper. Oh, or a hatchet.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's got Brian Jones in it. Hell yeah, I love him. You know Brian Jones. Let's pull up an old picture of Brian. This man, he's got a famous ass face. He was also in Tales from the Crypt, where he was what was it? The lumberjack one?
Yeah.
Let's see. Nature of the Beast, mid-90s. One of the thief is one is a thief and one is a serial killer. Cool. Chop poker. Yes. This guy was in Blade Runner and what was it? That one movie, Nightmare at Noon. The whole town gets poisoned by water and they turn into like ravenous like zombies.
Oh shit. I haven't seen that one either.
That was an old one.
Oh.
It's not great. That was one of those movies with Wings Hauser's in that one. So what do you got going on, dude?
Nothing, man. I'm just watching some UFO stuff. Just on YouTube, just hanging out.
What happened on YouTube? What's going on with the aliens?
Oh, I don't know. I just like watching this shit all the time.
You like falling asleep?
To time.
Dude, my chick always like falls asleep to like videos about people going into caves and like getting trapped and dying.
Yeah, it does make for some weird dreams, I'm sure.
It'd be like on 1874 in this unexplained cave, 3 divers went in and never came back. Here is their story.
Yeah, dude, I fell asleep to like cattle mutilation stuff the other night.
Oh hell yeah!
It was not.
It was aliens, man.
Made for some very weird dreams.
Yeah,
wouldn't.
I gotta say, I was proud of myself because of this banner. I had the Slow and the Curious like kind of down where we are, and I started, and I was like, oh wait. So I started over, and I fucking moved it back up, and now it's like, all right, great. I'm gonna have to start
Slow and the Curious.
I don't know. So I asked ChatGPT to come up with like 10, 20 parody names, accentuating the fact that they're old and geriatric.
Did you also get that the images that way?
No. I just found this funny someone else did it for me, and I kind of chopped it up. Like I said, just kind of aged. Dude, they're all old.
The one in the lower right.
That's Ludacris.
Oh,
he's in them too. And then the guy in the middle. Oh, he was the one that had Tyson?
Yeah, that's Tyrese. Yeah, no, yeah.
You got to be careful with what you fall asleep to with YouTube. Yeah, I like to fall asleep with Mr. Science Theater because it's like 90 minutes long and
Yeah.
like it's over and then it stops. Because like that's the problem is people put on like 12, 20-hour long, like, rain or whatever. But it's like, yeah, but it's making noise like all night. Like you want to fall
Right.
asleep to white noise, but then you want to like your REM sleep to be in silence,
Yeah, I guess that's a problem too, because then whatever you're watching, it'll pick something for you.
Yeah.
Your next thing, you're like, I didn't pick this shit, but you're
Coming
like
up
sleeping to it.
next, you'll be like, what's
Right.
up, guys? Stupenzo here with another video for you. Oh, that'd be I'm so glad I don't talk like that on YouTube, right? Oh, have you seen those little TikToker dudes who are all like talking about Biden all the time and how great he is and how like, but the way they talk, it's like so there's like a lot of them who do this shit where it's like, they have this idea, they have this system where like the way they cadence everything is just like, hey guys, the Republicans just announced this nasty bill and it's just like WTF, and they're just like super fucking like flamboyant about everything they say and like overpronounce and over accentuate every word and syllable, and very like their mouth is like constantly like everything is like exaggerated, like their facial features have been brought up to like 50%, instead of like the usual 10, 15. I don't know, dude.
They just talk with like a really weird cadence kind of thing.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I don't get on TikTok, so I don't know what that's like really.
No, I don't either. I see it on other platforms. Like it's so bad.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what I appreciate though. It's like there's that joke about like people, you start like, like your girls sending you links all the time and memes, but when they start sending you TikTok links, it's like I ain't getting down with this. I don't know what is this shit.
Right.
I'm not gonna on another
I
platform.
have no idea about that shit.
Yeah, awesome
I see,
ambient
like, clips and stuff from time to time.
Yeah, awesome ambient stuff to fall asleep to on YouTube. Hobbit Town.
Ooh. Yeah, what's cool is like you can get, I've noticed that you can get like the ambient music that's at a certain hertz.
Yeah.
431 or whatever it is, and it's
that's all phony baloney. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Who knows?
I don't have like a meter like.
But I do like the what Wes was talking about the spaceship quarters. Like that's some good gray noise. Just like the fucking the hover deck or whatever.
Yeah, and they had some cool ones. Like there was one I was looking at. It was like it's like you're in a futuristic apartment in a building, and it's like this huge window, and like all
sleeping in cyberpunk.
Like all these like spaceships are like flying by.
Blade Runner dreams.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, the Blade Runner dreams would be funny because it's just like every once in a while on a big megaphone, like, buy Advil. Do you have a headache? Try Advil.
Yeah.
I love the ads in Blade Runner. They're so invasive, they're like fucking giant spotlights coming into your room. Yeah, and it's like, it's crazy. Real good stuff about Blade Runner that's like not said out loud, but like, like obviously they don't outright say it, but like there's obviously like a lot of overpopulation. Everywhere you go, there's just crowds of people just walking in every direction, vehicles constantly moving. And like one of the things that's crazy is like due to the overpopulation, that's what those those concubine ladies, they're eating, they're eating those little pills. Those are like contraceptive pills, apparently.
Oh.
So they're eating like some kind of like day after pill, and they're doing like a little commercial. Whatever the fuck. Wow. Japanese. So yeah, all kinds of cool stuff like that. Blade Runner is great because like the first one anyway. I mean, they're both good, but the first one is great because like every fucking scene, every like clip is so busy like visually. Because even when it's like Deckard just like in an elevator, there's like little like laser lights like that are like shining on his face. There's like little like smoke and light coming through the smoke always, and just weird. It's always something visually going on. Like there'll be like a neon light in the foreground, like just flashing, Real cool stuff, man.
Yeah, and so is that. It seems like the Ridley Scott movies have a lot of details like that, like very intricately.
Yeah, but honestly, that's more like production designer gets the credit for that one,
Yeah.
Even though he's probably working at the behest of Ridley Scott. I just Wes agrees with me too. We were talking about this, like how like I just feel like after like Gladiator, I don't know. I just like the stuff that he made pre-Gladiator is all great, and
Yeah.
everything Gladiator and after is not so great.
Yeah, when I remember when Gladiator first came out, I was like, all right, like Ridley Scott's, kind of making a kick-ass, fuck 'em up movie.
I just remember it being pretty much just like
but
Spartacus.
yeah, it didn't
But I
seem like
remember
it
like
didn't
being.
seem like a Ridley Scott movie to
I
me.
just remember, yeah, it was starting to have this like, and it was. I was noticing this trend too because of Saving Private Ryan. I want to do a big essay about Saving Private Ryan and traffic. I think that'll be my second essay I make. But the first video essay is going to be about Renfield and Innocent Blood and how much better Innocent Blood was on like a third of the budget, like 30 years prior.
Okay.
But the second, yeah, that's that mobster vampire movie.
Okay.
Dude, definitely check that one out, dude. It's fucking funny as hell too. John Landis made it. Because like Renfield was trying to do the same shit. You saw Renfield?
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, watch both of those and get back to me. But I do my second video. I want to talk about how Traffic and Saving Private Ryan like visually impacted like filmmaking in the early 2000s to where like almost every movie was like ripping off visual motifs from one or both of those movies.
Oh, cool.
And Gladiator was definitely one of them where they were doing the Saving Private Ryan thing where like you speed up the film and it has that like jittery kind of strobe light look to it,
Yeah.
Like the action scenes.
Yeah.
Like you could see every little fleck of dust kind of in the air and stuff because they're like filming at a high frame rate. And you're wasting a lot of film too because they're doing it with actual celluloid. The idea is you film it as if you're going to play it in slow motion, but then you play it at regular speed. And that's why like Saving Private Ryan, it worked because it kind of gave it this like almost like 1940s, like almost like a Charlie Chaplin kind of look.
Interesting. I didn't never notice that.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff I'd like to, balance out all the gayness, all the gay retarded stuff that we put out with the podcast and the We Watch videos.
I do love that one shot. You remember in Gladiator where he's fighting the guy with the like the silver
metal face.
Yeah. And he hits his foot and he bends over in like slow motion and like the blood comes out of his mask thing.
But like, yeah, visually, like the metal face, cool. Man, that seems like Ridley Scott stuff, Yeah. Because Ridley Scott used to be way like weirder, like more experimental,
Yeah.
Like, dude, Legend, that's one of my favorite movies. It's so cool. The whole movie, you drove Rob Bottin basically crazy trying to do all the makeup and stuff for that movie.
All right, dude. I need to get like a list from you.
Tom Cruise. That's the one with Tom Cruise and the unicorns, and Tim Curry is the devil. You ever saw that one, dude?
Which one was that?
Legend.
Tom
Cruise is like 20 years old, 19 years old or some shit in that one.
And Tim Curry's in it?
Tim Curry's like unrecognizable though. He's like a fucking 8 foot tall Lord of Darkness. He's got like horns that are like fucking 3 feet long. And he stands like 10 feet tall. He's like one of the best like visual representations of the devil on film.
Yeah. He's scary as hell as it. That's for sure.
Yeah. He's better as Darkness, dude. He starts off. Definitely watch the director's cut, though. The director's cut has a score by Tangerine Dream. So it's like super 80s. It's fucking badass. And then they remade it. The director's cut, for some reason, director's cut is terrible. It's like twice as long for no reason. Like every scene is just longer and it gets drawn out and kind of boring. And the other problem I have is they redid the whole score with like a regular score. And it's like, it sounds like fucking cartoony. And it's Jerry Goldsmith too, which is sad because Jerry Goldsmith is a great composer, but I don't know, it just doesn't hit as well as the Tangerine Dream. And you could tell the theatrical cut because when the movie starts out, like one of the first things you see is like the devil, just because like in the director's cut, they don't show him until like the middle of the movie for some reason. They try to make it a big like reveal. But it's so much cooler when the movie starts and he's just sitting there like under a black light and he's like all blue with like glowing green eyes.
Oh, cool.
And dude,
I like shots like that.
It rocks. Because in the director's cut, you'll know because like they're not showing him and he's doing his big soliloquy of darkness. It's so good. Awesome. Let me see if I can pull up this Legend opening theatrical cut. Yeah, it looks so badass. Yeah, the VHS movie. I remember that was one of those movies I had on VHS, and I fucking watched it until the tape broke.
You made that far, huh? Jeez.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like when you watched them a lot, those VHS tapes, like yeah, they would snap eventually.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is just an up close shot of him.
Do you still have a VHS player?
Yeah, I've got 3 of them just sitting around. I don't know if they work. I'm sure they work, and I have several. I've got a whole wall full of VHS tapes behind me. Dude. Nice. The best thing is I got rid of like 4 boxes of VHS, dude. I had so many movies. I had I had 3 closets full of movies, and I'm talking like not like I'm talking full to where it's like there were just stacks on stacks on stacks in stacks. You had to take stacks out to see what stacks were behind them.
Holy shit.
And it was like all the way from the floor to the ceiling. 3 closets filled with one closet filled to the brink with DVDs. And when I say filled to the brink with DVDs, not only that, but on my fireplace mantle, I had like spindles with like 100, 500 CDs, and they were all like DVDs, burned DVDs with like fucking multiple movies burned on each disc. Dude. It was insane. So then after a while, I was like, yeah, enough of this shit with the physical media. I'm going to keep the best stuff and just start, streaming shit.
Yeah.
But I did get rid of like, boxes and boxes of VHS. And I'm like, looking at my tapes and I'm like, oh, I got that tape. And then I'm looking at like, oh, no, I don't. I guess that was one of the good ones I got rid of. Fuck.
That's crazy, man. 3 closets full.
Yeah, it was because like Hollywood Video and Blockbuster Video, they were all going out of business, and it's like, buy fucking 5 movies for $25. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Don't twist my arm. But yeah, this is the devil. This is Tim Curry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude. He starts off and he's like just sitting in his fucking chair like this. And he's just like, Mother Night, let your cold arms above me. Embrace me with your dark arms. Yeah, it's great, dude. He fucking hams it up too. And even though like you could tell like he can't move his neck and his face doesn't really move, like his eyebrows are static. Everything's like kind of, you could tell it's like a mold. The only thing that really moves are his lips and his eyes. But that's good enough. But I feel like you remade it, like, dude, you could make it to where like his ears would twitch and move like realistically. And like if you did this kind of design in like motion capture, yeah, dude, it would be sick.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing is like his cheeks kind of don't really move. Even though he smiles and stuff, he does some great acting in this. And dude, yeah, like I'll show you like fucking I mean, this is a shitty image.
Yeah, that looks really good.
This is a better image. Here we go. Oh, no, it isn't. Mother hell, what's going on? Why are the images terrible? Why is this? Thank you. All right, this is kind of what this is more what he looks like.
Oh, cool.
Fuck yeah, dude. Check out that movie. Theatrical cut. Yeah, what else? Ridley Scott movies, man. I mean, there's Thelma and Louise.
Legend? Wait, Legend?
Yeah. Yeah,
okay,
Legend.
That was Legend. Okay.
Yeah, dude. That one was good. Oh yeah, Chris, the movie got done. He's gonna go home now. He'll probably pop in fucking half an hour to an hour. But yeah, you know me, man. I just like to stream. I just feel like I told myself earlier this year, I'm like, I'm gonna stream every Monday. And when I don't stream on Monday, I'm gonna fucking do something and release a video or something.
Yeah, dude, you've been sticking to it. Great.
Just burning through it.
Yeah.
I was kind of fucking blown away though. I was talking to that Vex girl on Thursday and she was like, she got to 1,000 subscribers in like 6 months, but she's doing the short pre-recorded monetized videos. And I'm like, yeah.
I checked out. I haven't seen the y'all's recording. How'd that go?
It was fun. I mean, we definitely had 6 panelists planned, maybe 7. So just had 4 of us. It was funny. And we were like, I remember thinking like, man, we could have easily done this on a regular, but this could have been the top 3 stream today, Monday. Like it wouldn't, I guess Mondays were bad for Vex though. That was another thing.
Yeah. Mondays aren't great for a lot of people probably, but, I watched her, The Last of Us, review.
Yeah.
And she had some,
she was on the stream.
Interesting takes, man,
she was on the stream with Wes, and Wes loved it. And she was like, "Oh, I fucking hate." Can we talk about worst top 3, like bottom 3? Like, yeah, Last of Us. I think that was one of the worst things I saw this year.
Yeah, she shat all over that thing. I was like, man, I liked it, but I could see her points. I mean, it seemed like she viewed it from a very critical lens. But
yeah, I mean, I was on a middle ground kind of thing. Like, yeah, everything that was good, it owes it to the games, and everything that was bad, they tried to change it, and it was bad. Like,
right, yeah.
everything that was good, the games did better, kind of thing. And
yes, I never played the game. I mean,
that's great. Yeah,
I was
because Wes was the
familiar.
same boat. Wes loved it. He never played the game. I'm like, yeah,
Right.
that's
So
the
I didn't
common
have like a point of
denominator I'm
reference.
noticing. The people that are loving it are the ones that didn't play the game, but what's going to be great is they're going to adapt the second season. The second game is going to be the second season. So if the second game, once it gets to the part that everyone hated in the game, and the same people hate, and everyone hates that part of the show, they don't get to blame the fans anymore. Okay. That's the thing, is like they say, oh, you don't like it, you're racist, transphobic, homophobic, whatever they say. You don't like women, anytime they change the shit and everyone doesn't like it, it's terrible. Ray Skywalker sucks, whatever. They blame the fans. But then when the normies get on the boat and they're like, oh, this is also terrible. Like kind of with Game of Thrones, Yeah. Everyone started. I tell you what's happening with Game of Thrones. I think that book is already done. That book is done. This is what I think. I think the book is done, and George R.R. Martin is just waiting until he dies to release it. Because he already knows that the critical, I think what happened is he told them how the books were supposed to end, and they ended it faithfully, and everyone hated it, and this is why he's like, I don't want to release it now.
Oh, shit.
He's either going to try to change it, or he's just like waiting.
Yeah, because he kind of did an about face after it was, everybody after the critical reception, right? When everybody's like, "What the fuck was that?" He was kind of like, "Yeah,
he should have at least made a big. He should have at least made a big statement, saying, "Hey, they fucking took my baby and butchered it." But trust me, the next book will be the real ending. He didn't say anything like that. He's just kind of like, "I'm just gonna keep doing hookers blow cane with hookers at red carpet parties."
Well, I was thinking he should just have AI write it.
Yeah,
and just be done with it. Because I don't even think he knows what the fuck's going on with it anymore.
Yeah, let's do this. Hang on a second. Let's see. Chat GPT. Let's open it up. Let's see here. Summarize a better ending.
That's
summarize a better way the Game of Thrones series could have ended. Thrones series could have ended pleasing both fans and critics alike, and while maintaining the dark and bloody tone. The graphic. Yeah, wait. Maintaining the dark. No, the grim, gritty. No, grim and violent tone. Yeah, there we go.
Sexual. Don't forget sexual.
Don't forget. Don't forget to include. Well, ChatGPT might not like that.
Oh yeah, that's right. It can't.
While maintaining the grim and adult.
Yes. There you go.
There we go. All right. Summarize a better way Game of Thrones series could have ended, pleasing both the fans and the critics alike, while maintaining the grim and adult tone.
It's a good prompt.
All right. Let's see what it says. In a reimagined ending of the Game of Thrones series, the narrative would have unfolded in a manner that honored the complex and grim tone of the story while also satisfying fans and critics. All right, you're stalling, bot. All right. Here's a summarized version of how it could have played out. Number 1, Daenerys Targaryen's descent into madness would still occur, but the pacing and character development leading up to it be more gradual and nuanced. Thank you.
I totally agree with that.
Her internal struggles and external pressures would be explored in greater depth, adding complexity to her eventual transformation. Thank you. Number 2, Jon Snow, torn between his loyalty to Daenerys and his sense of duty, would wrestle with the ethical dilemma of taking her life. Instead of killing her in a moment of passion, he would carefully consider the consequences and seek alternative solutions to prevent further bloodshed. Number 3, the final battle between Daenerys and the combined forces of the Starks, Lannisters, and other key players would take place, showcasing the epic clash of ideologies and political power. This battle would carry significant consequences for the future of Westeros. Number 4, Tyrion Lannister's role would remain crucial. He would use his wit and political acumen to negotiate a compromise, encouraging a political solution that would prevent a complete annihilation and ensure a semblance of stability in the realm. Number 5.
Hold on. Are all of these different?
No, this is all one big
one thing.
Yeah,
okay.
They're just like summarizing it in bullet points.
Gotcha. Okay.
Number 5, the Iron Throne, a symbol of tyranny and destruction, would be destroyed or rendered obsolete as a result of the conflict. Ooh.
Like that.
The ruling structure of Westeros would undergo a significant transformation, transitioning into a more decentralized and representative system. So they literally turn into democracy. Why did we even think of that? That would have been great. Number 6, the remaining characters would face the aftermath of the war and new challenges that arise from the reshaping of power dynamics. The individual story arcs would be resolved in a way that feels true to their characters and allows for personal growth and redemption. The ending, number 7, would emphasize the importance of learning from past mistakes and the cyclical nature of power struggles. It would serve as a cautionary tale highlighting the consequences of unchecked ambition and the need for collective responsibility in governing. Holy shit. By following these general guidelines, the alternate ending would maintain a mature and gritty tone of Game of Thrones while providing a more satisfying conclusion that addresses the major storylines and character arcs. It would strike a balance between the realism and complexity of the world George R. R. Martin created and the desire for a coherent and emotionally resonant ending. But what about the Daywalkers?
Right.
Not the Daywalkers, the Night Walkers.
Or the
White Walkers.
Right, the White Walkers. Yeah, and I think we talked about this like a while back. I mean, but
surely
that would have been fun to incorporate the Children of the Forest in that, and I don't know, because it just kind of felt like a footnote.
Yeah, something more satisfying could have come to be.
But I have to agree with a lot of the things that it said. I mean, a lot of those were better than what D&B came up with, or whatever George Martin said.
While emphasizing, what were the name of those? The Children of the what?
Children of the Forest, I think.
Right. Yes. What could have happened while?
So does the AI just? It analyzes, like reads the books automatically and analyzes and spits that out.
I have no idea.
Because I was watching like this like 60 Minutes interview with the people that created. I don't know, the one that whatever Google's one is. Anyway, they were saying how it just kind of works. The way that it works is just predictive language. Like, it just analyzes a lot of text and then gives you an answer based on predictive text, basically. I mean, it's in a simplified way of saying it, but that's the way that I understand it. But like, there's new versions that are constantly going to pop up and updated AI. So it's kind of really interesting to see the this whole thing come to fruition, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like 10 years ago, this was very theoretical stuff.
All right. But what about the White Walkers? Surely something more satisfying could have happened with them while emphasizing the role of the Children of the Forest and the Third-Eyed Raven.
Yeah.
To include a more satisfying alternate ending to those characters and while addressing the more supernatural aspects of the show.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Right. Let's see here.
I like that. Yeah, I liked what it said about Daenerys' character because, I mean, she turned heel very quickly, and it didn't give a lot of,
all right,
character development in that respect.
Number 1, consistency and cohesion. The final season maintains the same level of writing character development. All right, the Great War. The battle between the Night King and the White Walkers is given more time and strategic depth. With the living uniting against the common threat, the conflict poses greater challenges for the characters, leading to meaningful sacrifices. The character arcs are thoughtfully concluded, ensuring that the journeys and choices feel true to their development throughout the series. Okay. Morally ambiguous endings. Okay, well, they get it. He gets it.
Yeah.
Man, wow.
Pretty cool.
The future.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, McLovin. Hi, Stupenzo. Hello, McLovin. How are you, dear? McLovin, I recommended that movie Martyrs to this person, and she was all about it. I was like, okay, well, if you like Martyrs, let's hang out. What do you know? If you want to, did Michael, did Queef get you that stream to join the link? You want to pop in here? You can, join me and Smile. If not, you can just keep chatting in the comment section.
Yeah. So what was Martyrs? Was that a horror film as well?
Yeah. People talk about like the most fucked up movies ever, and I'm like, yeah, Martyrs is up there. Like Serbian film and all that shit.
Yeah.
The Passion of the Christ. I'm well, I suppose. Lol. I hope all is well. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. All is well. Like I said, if you want to get in here, let me know. If you want to stay in the YouTube audience, that's fine too. I think our buddy Blue Collar Loser might be joining us in 10 to 35 minutes. Who knows? I would like to really pick his brain about the yeah, I know, man. I've been wanting to talk to you about it and more, man. Yeah, we'll get in here. Tell Queef to send you the StreamYard link if you don't have it already. Just pop in here. It's easy. Smile, tell her how easy it is to pop in here from your phone or your computer.
Yeah, you can just jump in here. You don't even have to use the camera. You can be off camera and hit the link and hit connect.
It's easy. That's kind of why I think one of these days, like for quality reasons, like, I might for like bigger streams, I might have to stream off of Discord or OBS, which would be fun.
Yeah.
But like, I like using StreamYard because of the ease of access.
Yeah.
Like the idea if like someone in the comments is like talking shit, I'll be like, get your ass in here. Here's the link. Let's talk it out now.
Yeah.
I just like that idea.
Yeah, man. It seems very quick.
Also, I like sometimes, before, everyone's got iPhones and stuff and FaceTime, but as far as, I have no idea how to join though. Yes, it's easy. It's very easy. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're on a delay also.
Yeah, come join.
There's a StreamYard link. I'll just
shit.
I can just pop it in the chat if you want and delete it. Or ask Queef to give you the StreamYard link. He definitely has it. Or he might have given it to you also. Because there's a YouTube link which gets you here in the comment section, and then there's like a StreamYard link which would get you in the lobby. So, yeah, I'd love to talk about Martyrs, dude. Fuck yeah. Talk about Martyrs before Blue Collar gets here. If a bat would hear about it and be like, what the hell is this movie? But yeah, me and Queef just watched this weird-ass cyborg movie. And I want to watch the 2 Warlock movies because that dude, Julian Sands, I feel like they're going to announce his death soon, because he's been missing in the woods since January.
Wait, who is that?
The guy who played Warlock in those Warlock movies, and he was also in Arachnophobia. And
oh yeah, I heard.
We watched Boxing Helena, me and Meg, and we have it like in the can, ready to go. But I was hoping to release it like around the time that his body is discovered. That was like 3-4 months ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, they'll find him any day now, and I'll release this video then. Nope, still waiting. It sucks, though, because he went missing. He's a 65-year-old man going on a hike by himself, never comes back. I mean, there's obviously fucking cougars and mountain lions out there, but then, like, there was, like, record snowfall that winter.
Oh, wow.
So, like, they're just, like, not, all right.
All right,
McLovin's going to hang out. McLovin's going to hang out in the comments section. Well, I'll tell you, there's technical difficulties are rare. Also, we don't care about like fancy mics and stuff. I mean, whatever you were doing on Discord,
using my iPhone.
If you were able to get on Discord the other day with us, play Jackbox games, then you can definitely get in here.
How is my audio, by the way?
It's great.
It's okay. All right. Yeah, I'm just using my phone.
Yeah. The issue is like you're not using headphones though, right?
No.
Yeah, I mean, you might want to turn down your like device volume a tad, so that way when I yell, Yeah, like that. When I yell, I don't pop up in the speakers. But
Got it.
yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Cool.
As far as what else to watch upcoming, I wanted to watch No Contest 1 and 2. There's The Hunted. Damn, dude, I forgot all about this movie. Did you ever see this one with
That was
Christopher Lambert?
Wait. Was that the one?
You're thinking of Tommy Lee Jones?
Yes.
No. That's the one from 2000 and
Tommy Lee Jones and Benicio del Toro.
Yeah. That one's from 2003. I'm
Okay.
talking about The Hunted from 1995. This movie, I've seen it a bunch of times, but I haven't seen it in a long time. Is Christopher Lambert still alive?
Yes. You know, I'm not sure.
Yes, he is. Thank God. Okay, good job. I love that guy. But yes, this motherfucker, I had seen it a bunch when this movie was out on VHS, and I saw it again recently, not too long ago, like a few years ago. But I was just browsing F movies, and it was like, bam, just added The Hunted, 1995, and I was like, dude, I forgot all about this movie. I gotta rewatch it, and I was definitely recommended it to a bunch of the homies, and they were all like, never heard of it, because I know Wes loves like the lame action movies, the cool straight to video movies. Because a lot of these 90s straight to video, straight to HBO action movies were actually pretty badass because they didn't have to have like massive budgets, you know? This is like a great movie about like modern ninjas.
Okay.
Yeah, like Christopher Lambert, he's a businessman in Nagoya, Japan. He's like on a business trip. He meets like this beautiful woman played by Joan Chen. And she is that looks like The Rock. Well, The Rock was, she's talking about the wallpaper, I assume, right?
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
That is The Rock, right? Yeah, that's The Rock. But anyway, Christopher Lambert, dude, he convinces this lady to like spend the night with him, you know, and he like witnesses her getting fucking murdered by a literal ninja. All right. Fucking ninja creeps in. It turns out like she's got like a contract on her head, and this dude is like a world-renowned like Japanese assassin who's killed over 100 people. He's like a fucking ferocious like killer, and like he doesn't know that Christopher Lambert is in the bathroom post coitus, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Christopher Lambert, he does kind of look like The Rock. He's got a great head of hair though, and he's French, but. So like Christopher Lambert basically like sees the assassin's face and witnesses the murder and survives. So like he's got like, you know, in the year 1995, you have a clan of ninja trying to kill you, you know, they got a fucking huge price on your head because you're like the only witness to like this mass murderer's face.
Oh, so is he like a badass too?
No, but what happens is like this other badass like takes him under his wing as like, I am a samurai. I can help you. Oh. Literally, it's not corny either. It's badass.
Right.
There's a badass scene in this movie. I know I keep saying badass over. So
there's
like
again. A sick montage, I'm sure.
There's a great scene that takes place on a train, and it's like like you're on one end of the train, and like you know, fucking ninjas keep coming in, and you got to keep getting them down. 1 out of 10. This movie, dude, I give it a solid, at least a 5 or a 6, if not a 7. Solid 7. Like an unironic 7. I mean, for a lame action flick, you know, for a fun, yeah. I mean, also a great example of like, you know, with just good editing, some nice locations, solid actors. You can make a fucking great movie with just like minimum budget. Not everything has to have like, you know, the big building exploding. The giant you know, tower collapsing, big CGI mess.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just good seeing movies with like everything in the movies done on camera, you know.
Yeah. So I've got a question. So he has a very interesting way of speaking.
Yeah, he's French.
Okay, and and it kind of reminds me almost of like David Carradine a little bit. Like the way that he talks, kind of like.
Yeah, well, he's definitely got this like soft-spoken kind of like gravelly whisper.
Yeah.
But then he's also got this like accent that I can't do.
Right. I'm like, where is this guy? Is this guy American? I I guess I never looked.
So he's French, but I know he like lived in New York for a long time because like he was in one of Luc Besson's first movies, the French one of his earlier French movies. Yeah, as far as like Christopher Lambert, he's like the weirdest like casting choice for Raiden. But he's so funny as Raiden, though. I liked him as Raiden. Right. I remember not being happy with the Raiden casting.
Yeah, because you expect him to be a Japanese guy, right?
Or to at least like wear the fucking hat, look like him. Instead, he's got like long white hair. I was like, that's weird. Yeah, it was more like a nod to his Highlander stuff, really. Right. You know, he's playing an immortal again. You know, ha ha ha. But yeah, he does have like some of the best lines in that movie, though, where he's like, what does he say? He's like, the fate of billions will depend upon you. Sorry.
I love that movie, man. The original one.
Yeah. What else? He's got another great line where he's like,
I'll watch that anytime.
Oh, damn it. Oh, I have to look it up because I don't want to butcher it. Raiden, quote. Oh, fuck, dude. Hang on. I only type so fast one-handed. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. My dominions are well known to me, sorcerer. Thank you. That's like one of the best lines from Raiden ever, dude. Anyway, Mortal Kombat 1. You see the trailer for this shit?
As okay.
They're rebooting the games again.
Well, I saw that they have a series on HBO that I think
they had that new movie that came out.
Tells the story of each character. It's like a series.
Oh, I don't want to see that.
I haven't checked it out yet, but
I don't know if I can play this.
I don't know. That's the last one they made. I was kind of, I don't know.
Like, am I even allowed to stream this shit? It's a trailer. It's commentary, right? I don't know. Let's just like skip through it. I don't know. But I don't know if you played the last game, but Liu Kang basically becomes an elder god and switches places with Raiden. So like Raiden is now like a mortal, like a human. Okay. And now Liu Kang is like the elder god. But what's crazy is like they're doing Mortal Kombat 1. So it's like, first of all, that's some fucking badass detail on this clothing. You can see like the stitching.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's great. I'm cool. Sorry. Now, these eyes, also great. I mean, I know the character designs are definitely like radically changing a lot, but dude, you can't deny the graphics are getting better. You can't deny they're getting so better.
The last one they made is 11.
Yeah, and that was the one where like they basically do a whole hard reset of the universe. So that's just kind of like that hard reset. But what's great is like, here's like a great, I'll show you this 5 seconds because I don't know how much I could show this trailer without the stream getting canceled. But this is what's so great about CG, 100% CG movies. And I've noticed this since like the Brad Bird Pixar movies, The Incredibles and Ratatouille. Like the fucking camera can do anything. So like every shot can be different. And like, so I'll go back like a second. We have I'll turn the fucking noise down even. But like, yeah, we've got the camera dolly back, booms up. Okay. Then we up close. Okay. Now the camera is going to zoom right past her nose. And then we're going to do a focus shift right on the side. There we go. And then the camera booms up and then you see her eyes. Her eyes are awesome.
Melina.
Because they're like slit eyes, but they look real. They look like how like an actual human would have like slit pupils. Great stuff. Right. I mean, that's just those little details.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We got Scorpion and Sub-Zero, of course, because they're the best and they always got to show up. But then, yeah, Liu Kang, he's like an elder god now. And then Shang Tsung shows up. I don't know. Everyone's young. Everyone's getting murdered. Shang Tsung gets killed, kills a bunch of dudes. Damn. I don't know. It looks okay, but then it's super confusing because then at the very end, the title happens and it's called Mortal Kombat 1.
Oh.
And then we've also got like very drastic, instead of like black and red, it's like a white background with like a blue sky, you know. It's very, I I don't know. I'm hoping Mortal Kombat didn't get fucking. Is Mortal Kombat the next to get all woke? Get all stupid? Because it's like Warcraft, dude. It's like hard to like make this stuff like, PC. It's about brutal murder. You know what I mean? Like you can't be like, now, no sexism's allowed. It's like, dude, the fact that like Melina's titties are out, that just like makes it more cool,
Yeah.
Like she's gonna eat your face, throw a sigh in your eye, and she has a great rack with like she's got big, distracting, bouncing boobs. Like it'd be hard to fight that person.
Checks all the boxes for me.
Yeah. Like, cause all the guys always have armor, and it's like the trope. The girls are always just like wearing a bikini.
Right.
But it's like if she's that hot, like it'd be hard to, she puts you in a chokehold, and you're like, oh, dude, her titties on my forehead. And snaps your neck. Mortal Kombat, dude. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I feel like those games would just keep making money forever as long as the fighting mechanics are fun. As long as Scorpion still does his get over here.
Yeah, and I mean, it's definitely one of the games that had a really cool backstory to it. I mean, some fighting games they try, but they're just not.
Hey, how's it going? We're doing great. Yeah, Katana's good. I remember Katana being very, very fucking powerful in Mortal Kombat 2. Oh, what up? Is that why she? Yeah, I was like, I recognize this guy.
She just Katana here.
Yeah, dude, Katana's good, man. She, I remember in Mortal Kombat 2, she was like hella overpowered, dude. You're just like shooting those fans at dudes.
Oh yeah.
Doing the teleport punch that she has. That's the other thing. Is like certain characters definitely had certain advantages in all the games, tournament fighting and stuff. I did that stuff once for like Mortal Kombat 3, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Did one at the mall.
That was great. Yeah.
I was like a little kid,
Yeah.
But I couldn't compete with these like 17-year-olds, They knew it was up. They knew how to fucking break my spam moves. But Scorpion, dude, he was always my favorite, even though sometimes they definitely nerfed him on some games.
Yeah.
Because he's just so cool. You can't make him super cool and powerful,
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean that spear was like the harpoon thing was.
Yeah, but if
like
they
cheat.
But if they blocked it, you were fucked, because it stunned you for some reason.
Right. And then
but his teleport punch, dude,
incorporated like running.
Yeah, once the combos got introduced, in the first 2 games, like combos were like glitches. You were like glitching the game if you were pulling off combos.
Right.
Whereas like when the 3 showed up, they started taking a page from the Capcom games.
Yeah.
Marvel versus Capcom, like those hyperkinetic, super fast turbo fighting, like 100 hits per minute, super light flashes and shit. Yeah. Those games will give you a seizure, man. If you're sensitive to that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Do not play Marvel versus Capcom 2. That's the other one, is like the new ones, they're like computer animated characters and they don't look as good. Like the old ones when they were like illustrated characters. Right. They're like little 2D animated sprites. Those were great. Is that what a sprite is?
Yeah, man. I was always a fan of the Tekken whenever I went to the.
Oh, wow. So was that PlayStation or 64?
Yeah, that was a while back. I think they've made a bunch of those games too, but
when you were playing
keep up with them really. But they're fun.
When you were playing it as a kid, what system was it on? Are you talking about arcade?
Oh, I was talking about, I think it was PlayStation and arcade, yeah.
Dude, those arcade games, like I only like to pay when we were putting quarters in games. It was like, okay, why would I play a game I own on the Sega? That's silly. Secondly, I'm only going to pay for games where I like, have a big gun that does things, or like, games where I win tickets. I can win prizes.
All right. Have you seen these like little emulators now that have like 1,000 games on them? And they're like,
yeah. Yeah. I mean, those are like basically like a little, the emulators are on the computer, you can get them. All the emulators are on the computer. And like when I was doing emulators, when I worked at the Irwin Center, you can get emulators for, all the like just go on a regular emulator website. I'm talking like right now, you can get on one. Just like every Nintendo NES game, every Sega Genesis game is on there. Every Super Nintendo game is on there. And like, yeah, you got to play with the keyboard, but you can buy one of those little USB powered little controllers, plug it in your computer, program it to do whatever. Right. Just play any fucking childhood game you want. But what's even better is nowadays they have emulators for the N64. You can just play any fucking N64 game you want on your computer with it. Yeah, it's weird, dude. It's crazy. They're out there. Those emulators.
I was seeing, you can buy them on Amazon. There's one that I'm looking at. It's like $85.
Yeah, those are the legal ones. They give you a few selections of games.
And they have like any system you can think of that. Well, I think,
dude, really what you should buy, dude, really just buy a USB powered control and plug it into your laptop, and that should be good enough. You know,
okay.
If your computer is new enough.
Yeah.
You know, you can easily do emulators for all the 16 and 8-bit games. You know, those early consoles like pre N64. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I bet you your laptop could probably do the N64 games too. But like, if you get the right controller, like one, just tell them you want like it'll probably look like a PlayStation controller or something.
Yeah.
I think you probably use a regular PlayStation controller now that I think about it.
Yeah.
If you have a regular PC, right? Or you have a Mac.
Mac, yeah. Oh, I have a regular one too. Yeah.
I think it should work.
That one's about to die. That's why I bought I bought a Mac.
Yeah. Well, if you got a USB port on it, I know these new fucking computers don't have any fucking ports on them anymore. It's like, dude, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, no, I didn't even realize that when I bought it. You have to get this thing that plugs into the side of it that has USB ports.
Right. You got no they want everything wireless. It's like, dude, I can only hook up so many wireless devices to my fucking computer at once,
Right. Yeah.
Usually I just want one wireless headphone and that's it. Like I don't want wireless headphones, wireless mice, wireless speakers, wireless, HDMI cable. Like everything's gonna be on a delay,
Yeah.
It won't take long for that stuff to start lagging,
Yeah. Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something to be said for wireless stuff, or wired things.
Yeah, Bluetooth.
Shit doesn't fail as much,
Yeah. Also, like with my Bluetooth speakers, like I definitely like it when the Bluetooth is only going into one speaker, and then that speaker has a wire that connects to the other thing. Because the idea of Bluetooth going through my head, I don't like that idea.
Okay.
Like Bluetooth going to my speaker, that's fine. But then when the Bluetooth has to go around my head to the other speaker too, I don't like that.
Yeah, I have thought about that too because I do use the wireless earbuds.
Like I'm not saying it's
is this microwaving my brain and I don't really know.
I mean, you just don't want to be the first guy to fucking find out it was bad for you. It's like, oh, turns out. Yeah, putting a giant Bluetooth device.
Like this regulation that they had to put in,
Yeah. The 5G. Yeah, man, it's coming.
Back to Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
I just love the opening scene where he's racing for the Did you ever see that one?
If I did, it was like 20 years ago. Maybe we should rewatch those.
Like country Lucas Black, and he's like this Alabama kid, and he's been in trouble, but it's never really his fault. But he just kind of finds himself in these situations where he has to prove himself, and he's got this old junker like I think it's like a Dodge Charger or something like that, like an old just American muscle car, and then he's like racing to win this like jock's like girlfriend or something. She's like, hey, if you win, you can have me.
Now, is this Too Fast, Too Furious, or is this Tokyo Drift, the third one? Tokyo Drift is the third one, right? Or am I wrong?
Let's
pull up the goddamn list. I don't even know this shit.
The third one. That's the third one. Because it was Fast and Furious, and there's Too Fast, Too Furious.
I remember that terrible title. I'll never forget that terrible title.
Right. And
I remember one with a giant number 2 in the title.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a contest, a Tokyo drifting contest or something.
Yeah. And the other guy has like a brand new like Dodge Viper or something. Oh. And but it's I don't know, the race has like a Kid Rock like Bawada Ba, that's like I don't know why, dude, but it just gets me fired up. Like
everyone likes that song.
It's a fun race. Like they're like going through like how like newly constructed like houses like that are just going up. They just have the frames up, and he's like driving through those like to get like to cut off I don't know. It's just really it's a fun race that they have in that movie. And then he's a fish out of water. He goes to Japan
Sent to live in Tokyo with his father.
Right.
Find solace in the city's drifting community.
And then so they get away from like these American muscle cars and they kind of pivot towards like all these Japanese, racing cars that are,
Doesn't like Paul Walker or Vin Diesel show up in that movie though? Like they make a little. Which one? Both of them?
He does it. He does at one point.
Paul or Vin?
Oh, dude, at the end.
No, Paul Walker or Vin Diesel?
Oh, Vin Diesel.
He's like, "Yo, I need you for a mission." Is that what he says? Some bullshit like that.
He like pulls up, he pulls up and he like kind of, he turns his head to the like, so what happens at the end is the guy becomes the DK, which is a drift king, like the Alabama kid. He kicks everyone's ass. He's drifting around like mountains and shit.
DK, you drift around mountains.
Yeah. So he wins like this race, and if you win this one race or you beat this one guy, like you become DK, which means drift king. And so he pulls up, and at the very end of the movie, and he's about to find out, he's like, somebody wants to challenge you, and pulls up, and then it's Vin Diesel, and he turns his head and he's like, "Yeah, hey kid," or something, like, see what you got.
What wasn't the main kid like the little cowboy kid from Friday Night Lights or some shit?
I think he was in that.
No, he was in X-Files. I remember him. He was in the X-Files movie. He's the kid that falls in the hole.
Oh shit, he was.
He's got a hardcore like country accent. I got the wind knocked out of me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he's been in a whole lot of things.
No. Why didn't he come back in any of the other? Really why hasn't he come back in any of the Fast movies? What the hell?
He has, dude. He has, but he's but very limited. Like I think they go to him at one point, like to Japan, to get like information from him or something.
I do like how they have their own extended cinematic universe before most of the other. They did that shit before Marvel, technically.
Right.
So
and then the thing about Tokyo Drift, I think later on that movie was chronologically supposed to be after, like, I don't know, it was supposed to be after like 4 or 5 and 6 or something like that.
It was just too good of a script.
Well, I think they just tried to cover some, plot holes up.
I think the reason why people like Drift probably, I'm guessing, is because exotic. Well, that's the thing is, like, I was gonna say exotic location like Tokyo, but I guess that's the thing about the new movies is it started out as a simple fucking Point Break ripoff. It was Point Break with cars, right?
Yes.
That was it.
That's
Point Break, but instead of surfers, they're race car drivers. They rob banks. There's an FBI agent going undercover with the robbers, thinks they're the robbers. I mean, come on. It's easy. Yeah. But then it just turns into this crazy espionage bullshit with like world traveling. How the fuck do they get to Rome? Like I watched a few seconds of the newest one, part 10, and it's like fucking Jason Momoa. He's like the new bad guy, and he's just like a fucking cartoon character. He's like speaking in like a weird like gypsy accent, and he's like talking about like Dominic Toretto, you are the greatest racer. I love you. You're so good. And like Toretto's just like staring, like he doesn't react. He's making the same face that he always makes.
Right.
And it's just so weird. But they're like in Rome. And it's like, how the fuck, what are they doing? How do they travel the world like this? They're like throwing cars out of Dubai.
Spanning, franchise.
It's like realistically, dude, they're just a bunch of cholos who drive race cars. Like, why are they going to Rome?
And what's the best? I don't know. I've seen like every single one. Obviously, some are better than others. The newest one was just, I don't know, it was just flat out just not good at all. I mean, they're all
10 or 9
brainless movies, but yeah, I think it was 9.
Yeah, the ones with like The Rock, or like once The Rock showed up, I was like, oh god.
Yeah, and
I don't like The Rock unless he's like, I like him in Ballers. He needs to play more characters like that, like mobsters. He needs to play characters like dudes in a suit who like only gets physical at the end. He's like a bad guy, maybe. I want to see that kind of shit. I'm tired of him being like fucking leading man, smiling, saving the day, beating everyone's ass. It's boring.
Yeah.
I want The Rock to play the fucking Terminator. You know what I mean? I want The Rock
something grittier, something like
to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
Scary motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And in The Rock, in the Fast and Furious movies, he's like a cop, right?
Yes.
Him and
That's
Jason
right.
Statham are like two Hobbs and Shaw. Is that them? They got a whole nother franchise.
Well, Jason Statham's character, I believe, was like, um, he's like an international thief, like badass assassin. I don't know. It go down the list, but
My
like,
name is Jason Statham.
yeah, but The Rock like runs some kind of special division of like,
he's Maui.
Yeah, some special police division, some bullshit. But what's fun is at the end is they all always have a barbecue at the house.
Oh,
you know, because it's all about family. For me,
it's all about family.
Familia. And
It'd be
like they
cool if
all
like Jason Statham and all them turn up to the barbecue too at the end.
Coronas, dude, and they inevitably have a you know a little ice chest full of but it's not an ice chest. It's one of those little steel like troughs,
Yeah, full of ice
with
that never
with
melts.
Perfectly placed in there.
A little beer can saw with the label showing.
That was crazy.
And
it always ends that way. I'm like, hell yeah.
I just like Jason Statham. I think the reason why I like Jason Statham is I can do a good impression of him. That's why I always try to bring him up.
Statham?
Yeah. Look, my name's Jason Statham.
Yeah.
And I'm just really tired of being in these goddamn movies all the time. I'm bold.
Yeah, what's crazy too is like I think it was in the contract, which I think it's in Vin Diesel's contract that he can never lose a fight.
Yeah.
And also that.
And The Rock. The Rock have it too. The Rock has that
too.
They
both have the same.
So stalemate.
Right. So they both kick each other's ass like,
Hey, McLovin, what do you think about The Rock being in McLovin? What do you think about The Rock being in a remake of Moana live action? Like they're already remaking that one live action. Why? What do you think about that, Smile? I mean, they're remaking Lilo and Stitch and Moana next year. Probably a few others. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's wild.
I can't wait till they start doing live action remakes of the Fast and the Furious. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's what I was saying earlier is like, yeah, we should do the Indiana Jones treatment for the Fast and the Furious movies with like, because it's all about family, right? It's all about cook-offs. Well, where the fuck are the grandkids, Vin?
Yeah. It's about
Vin should have some grandkids by now.
Yeah.
And then in 10 years, that grandkid will be the star of the next movie. Yeah. I mean, just listening to the plots of these movies, it's so hilarious how like, all right, let's see. Part 1. Brian O'Connor, an undercover cop, is tasked with discovering the identities of a group of unknown automobile hijackers believed to be led by Dominic Toretto. Too Fast, Too Furious. Brian O'Connor and Roman Pierce team up to go undercover for the U.S. Customs Service to bring down drug lord Carter Verone in exchange for the erasure of their criminal records. Oh, because they were raising cars. This is the only film in the main series without Vin Diesel. Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe that's why you like part 2.
Maybe. That might be.
No Vin Diesel. There you go. Part 3, Tokyo Drift. High school car enthusiast Sean Boswell is sent to live in Tokyo with his father and finds solace in the city's drifting community. The drifting community welcomes you.
Drifting community, yeah.
Vin Diesel makes a cameo appearance. Okay, at the end of the movie. All right, Fast and Furious. This is the one I like. Dominic Toretto and the Federal Bureau of Investigations, a.k.a. the FBI, Brian O'Connor are forced to work together to avenge the murder of Toretto's lover, Letty Ortiz, who was played by, what's her name? She comes back from the dead, doesn't she?
Michelle Rodriguez.
Michelle Rodriguez. Oh, my God. Okay. She's supposed to be dead. All right. And apprehend drug lord Arturo Braga.
Yeah, I think everyone, is presumed dead at some point.
So the film is set 5 years after the events of The Fast and the Furious and before Tokyo Drift. Oh. So Tokyo Drift takes place after. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So Sung Kang reprising his role as Han Lu from the latter film. Okay.
And that guy was really good. I liked him. He was kind of like he played this character that was kind of a mysterious. So you don't really know how he got his money, but it's assumed that like he had ties with the Yakuza. But he had like this shop
racist, dude.
Cars and shit, and like gave the what's his name, Lucas Black's character, like some cars to drive.
Alabama Slammer.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know about all these cars, but I'll try my best.
All right, the fifth one, Fast Five. This is, in my opinion, where I definitely haven't seen anything past this movie. Okay,
Fast Five.
I haven't seen anything past Fast and Furious.
Okay,
all this is foreign to me. Dominic Toretto, Brian O'Connor, and Mia Toretto. That's the sister, right? Okay. They plan a heist to steal $100 million from a corrupt businessman, Herman Reyes, while being pursued for arrest by the U.S. DSS. Agent Luke Hobbs. The film is also set before the events of Tokyo Drift. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Despite not appearing in the film, a picture of Michelle Rodriguez as Letty Ortiz is seen in the mid-credit scene. Okay. And Eva Mendes reprises her role as Monica Fuentes from Too Fast, Too Furious. All right, Fast and Furious 6. All right, the titles are being stupid now. Dominic Toretto, Brian O'Connor, and their team have offered amnesty for the crimes by Luke Hobbs in exchange for helping him take down a skilled mercenary organization led by Owen Shaw. Like, what is there? Like, why? Why are you asking them? They are a bunch of race car drivers. What benefit could they bring to you?
They have like they're like very specialized. Like
they know Owen
like
Shaw.
an Ocean's 11 type deal, but they're all.
We need a guy who can drive a muscle car and grizzled voice. Oh my God!
There's a tech guy. There's a hot chick, and
oh my God! This is the final film to be set before the events of Tokyo Drift. So Tokyo Drift takes place after all of these.
Really? After how many? 6?
Tokyo Drift is supposed to be after part 6. Holy shit. Weird.
It's crazy.
I didn't realize Tokyo Drift is like set fucking 6 years in the future. That's crazy. And also the fact that they're pumping out one of these movies every 2 years pretty consistently. Look at this. 2001, 2003, 2006, 2009, then 2011, 2013, 2015, 2017. 2021, 2023. Motherfucker, it's like a factory that produces shit. You might as well just call it my colon.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah, I'll keep watching them though. I don't know why. Maybe I'm part of the problem.
Oh my God, dude. I just saw this from Ben. Ben just sent this. Holy shit.
It's kind of fun.
This is what I imagine any guy who ever has uploaded a porn compilation looks like. Very good. Lit flicks. Hell yeah. That was good. Back to Fast and Furious. Okay. My God. Part 7. Here we go. Dominic Toretto, Brian O'Connor, and their team are recruited by covert ops leader Mr. Nobody to prevent terrorist Mos Jakande from obtaining a hacking program. Some hacking program, doesn't matter. Meanwhile, Deckard Shaw, a rogue special agent forces assassin seeking to avenge his comatose younger brother, Owen Shaw, puts Dominic Toretto in the team in danger.
Yeah, I think that was John Cena, right?
Yeah,
John Cena.
Oh, what the hell? John Cena's in these movies too?
Yeah.
No, Shaw is Jason Statham, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right.
So he's brother of
The Rock.
Oh God.
Right.
This is so confusing and stupid.
It is.
Wow. All right.
And then there's a Hobbs and Shaw movie.
The Fate of the Furious. Well, that is a terrible title for part 8. I get it. Fate. Was it spelled F8?
F8, yeah.
The F8 of the Furious. Fuck.
Oh, definitely.
That's probably too confusing, so they changed it to Fate.
Yeah.
Oh God. I'm just picturing like the behind the scenes rooms of like coming up with the names for these dumb movies where they keep going back and forth.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Cyber terrorist Cypher coerces Dominic Toretto into working for her and turns him against his team, forcing them to take down Cypher. Really?
Theron, yeah.
Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I really want to watch these now.
And I think the 9th one has Helen Mirren.
This is the first film since Tokyo Drift to not feature Paul Walker. That is so fucked up because it's like Paul Walker died when?
Like after the 6th one, I want to say, or 7th.
The idea of during
shooting of the 6th one, I think.
He died in 2013, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 6th movie. So that means 7 computer animated. The Fate of the Furious. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, so what they did was they took his brother, who looked similar to him, and
No, they did that in part 9. They did that in part
over
9.
His face, I think.
I think they did that in part 9, dude. Or did they do that in 7? I don't care. It's evil. It's fucked
Crazy,
up,
man. Yeah.
All right. Speaking of part 9, it's literally just called F9.
Yeah.
F9. All right. Dominic Toretto and his family must stop a world-shattering plot headed by an aristocrat named Otto, including Cypher and Jacob Toretto, a rogue agent, and Dominic's estranged brother. He has a brother? Who's his brother?
Estranged brother.
Is that John Cena or is that The Rock?
Oh, I think no. His estranged brother is Cena.
Oh God.
Yeah.
The film is set 2 years after the events of The Fate and Furious, and this is the first film since Fast and the Furious not to feature Dwayne Johnson as Luke Hobbs.
Right.
All right. Who cares? All right, and finally,
I think at that point, The Rock was like,
oh yeah, they have Hobbs and Shaw, the spin-off movie. Motherfucker, Luke Hobbs and Deckard Shaw team up with Deckard's sister Haiti to battle cybernetically enhanced terrorist Brixton Lawrence. These plots sound more and more ridiculous.
Yeah, they are.
He's fighting a cyborg named Brixton Lore, threatening the world with a deadly virus.
Dude, I don't want to ruin it for you, but they do shoot the cars into space in the 9th one.
Hell yeah. I'm all about it. It's all retarded.
And
this one has Helen Mirren.
And it's Ludacris that are in space. You're like, oh my God, dude. You know, it's they're like taking selfies and shit. I don't know. It's pretty and then there's one and they're like driving on a submarine. At some point. It's pretty sick.
Cena shorts really used to piss me off. What does that mean? Like his shorts or shorts with John Cena on them?
Oh, I think she's talking to referring to the wrestling John Cena because he always used to wear like jorts.
Oh, he is wearing jorts. I see what you're saying.
He does wear a lot of jorts.
This is gonna upset her. This is gonna upset McLovin. I think. I know what you're talking about. Oh my God, dude. This also kind of looks like Toxic a little bit. This is what he looks like for real.
Yeah, dude.
This is like
that's it.
Dad's telling you it's time for bed. You know what I mean? God. Yeah. All right, Fast X. This is the movie that Blue Collar is literally watching for the second one.
I mean,
oh dude, yeah, McLovin's coming in here. Sweet.
Dude, those are like jeans. Like those are jeans.
Those are jorts.
Those are not shorts.
No. I mean, they're below the knee jorts, which are like sad. I mean, below the knee used to be the style, and I have so many below the knee shorts, and then all of a sudden I blinked, and now above the knee is where it is.
Now they all must be burned.
I got so many below the knee cargo shorts.
Yeah,
that shit pisses McLovin off. I'm sorry, but yes, pop in whenever.
Yeah, dude,
finally, okay, so the Fast X, this is the one. Dominic
Toretto must the ankle socks with those.
Oh yeah, Dominic must he must protect his family and crew from Dante Reyes, the son of deceased drug kingpin Herman Reyes. I assume that's what's his name?
Momoa?
Here we go. What's up, McLovin?
Hi.
Wasn't that easy?
I forgot what I was about to say.
The jorts.
Bro, I have so much shit to talk to you about because for one, the movie was awesome. I like the movie. Like I can say it was pretty edgy.
A little bit.
Yeah, it was kind of edgy. Like
Martyrs.
I was confused at first, but
yeah,
shit, dude.
It picks up and doesn't really let up, does it?
No, it doesn't, and it's so. I mean, I like the fact that it's pretty gore, you can say, because that's really what I'm mostly interested in when it comes to horror, like anything just gore and I don't know, like possessions and just all that freaky shit.
All right.
So what's the premise of that movie?
So Martyrs is like weird, like people talk about torture porn, like that's literally what it is.
Okay.
And it's not porn. That's more like Serbian film is torture porn, but like Martyrs is like weird, like What's twisted is like it's a weird movie about like murder and torture and fucking like weird slavery. I don't know. It's like hostile, but then
it's so fucking weird.
It takes this like supernatural like religious pivot, and it starts getting all like what's the word, metaphysical and stuff and freaky. That's where it gets really scary. Talking about it's all like a big, I mean, spoilers, but it turns out like you're very confused because it's just like all this bloodshed and torture and mayhem, and you really don't know what's happening. And it's just like revelation after revelation. And it's all this one day of like insanity. Like the movie starts with like a person breaking into a house, not even like ringing the doorbell and like breakfast. Some family eating breakfast, the doorbell rings, some person comes in and just like fucking kills everybody with a shotgun. It's like, what the fuck, dude? That's how it starts. And then from there, it just like devolves into like insanity. But like, at the end, it reveals that like what they're doing is they're like torturing these people like on purpose to like, so they can like make connection with the other side. So the idea is like you torture someone to the point where they should be dead, but they're not, and they're alive. So they're like in this like weird like fugue state, and they can like tell us what they're reporting back from the afterlife. Oh, that's like the big twist ending, I started to spoil it, but
crazy, man.
It's still worth it for the journey.
Like, the beginning had me ready. The beginning had me already crossing my legs. Like, okay, I see. Okay, okay, I'm ready. Because that was just the beginning, and I'm like, okay.
You had to prepare yourself.
Also, it's French, so you have to like watch it with subtitles, so you can't like really like watch it passively. You have to like actually watch it.
Right.
Yeah. Other good French one is like High Tension. Did you ever see that one?
I don't think so.
I have not. What's crazy is you suggested me all these good French scary movies, and really honestly my favorite country is Paris, France. So for French horror to be this good, it pisses me off that I didn't know. Like,
well, it's because French movies are all fucked up. So when they do horror, they do it well. But when they do romance movies, it's like, stay away from that shit. It's twisted.
What was the one? There were two, and it was about this guy that was a thief. And I forget his name, but he's a very famous French actor.
Jean Reno.
Probably.
What's the name?
He was also in Ocean's.
I know who you're talking about. Vincent Cassel.
Yes.
I love that guy.
Yeah, so there were two like very popular French films that he was in that I watched, and those are the last ones that I can even think of.
I liked he was in the Brotherhood of the Wolf. Did you see that one?
I don't think so.
That was like, I saw that one in theaters, and it was like a French movie. I remember being like in high school, like, let's watch this random like French like werewolf movie, but it wasn't really a werewolf. It was like a giant wolf, like in fucking Princess Mononoke. It was like, it was like Sleepy Hollow, but instead of like the headless horseman being sent to kill people, villagers, it was like this giant wolf, like wearing like a suit of like armor. It was fucking crazy.
Right.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But it was one of those dumb movies where it's like you see the movie, I mean, it wasn't dumb, but it's actually pretty good. But you see the monster just a few times, and the rest of the movie's like a Scooby-Doo type mystery, But it's fun stuff.
What year was that from?
Early 2000s.
Okay.
What about you, McLovin? What are you been up to?
What I didn't hear you. Can you say that?
All right. What have you been up to lately?
Oh, what I've been up to? I mean, shit, dude. Really. Playing a game. I mean, trying to kill it at sticks. I'm just trying to hit that last level, 2,500.
You're talking about Call of Duty?
Yeah, Cold War.
My cousin
has
just been playing that Sticks and Stones games like nonstop.
What do you play, Stupenzo? Like,
sometimes I'll play GTA online, but that's really just so I can like catch up to my podcasts, because I can play GTA like kind of passively. You know what I mean?
What about you, Smile? Do you play Cold War?
Nah, I don't play. I'm on a PS4.
I'm on a PS4 too.
Oh, okay. I was rocking a PS3 for the longest time, and then October like last year, they like finally like stopped doing the online for GTA, and it was fun because, dude, the lobbies were always wide open, and like everyone was just like hacking like crazy. It was insane. Right. I'd just be walking around, be raining money and stuff. It was weird. It was fun, wild times. But then my guitar player just gave me his PS4 because he doesn't use it anymore.
Oh,
nice.
So I don't know, but I play it like once a week, kind of, if that. you know, just to like listen to my Jack Show podcast and shit like that. Cause I don't know. But lately it's like I've been spending so much time editing these videos, you know, like I'd
So
rather
you
just
don't
do
play
that.
Cold War like at all whatsoever.
No.
Wow, stupid. So how could I ever play with you if you don't play Cold War? Like,
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I keep talking to Queef, and he's always like, well, my friend this, and I got this other friend there. And I'm like, how'd you meet these people? I was like, oh, Call of Duty. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you got a lot of fucking Call of Duty friends.
Cold War, which
It seems like it's a very friendly community of y'all just like murdering each other all day
is that
nonstop.
is Cold War on PS3 or?
I feel like game wise, I feel like everything is toxic. Like, I feel like you have to be careful. Like, yeah, I can be friendly, but it just all depends.
Do you get like negative? Do the gamers? Is the Gamergate rumors all true? Like all the gamers are all sexist towards you?
Yes, very.
God.
I feel like when it comes to me finally because me on the game, I never say anything. Like, you can ask Queef. The only reason why we became friends is like 9 times out of 10, I went off on him because he pissed me off. And y'all know he's a PC player and I have controller, so he's way faster than me. So I know for sure I probably ripped on him, but
it's okay.
when I finally do talk, it's like sometimes, almost all the time, dudes act as if they've never heard a girl before. Like, it's kind of weird.
You're like, whoa, girls playing with us. What the fuck?
It's kind of weird because I feel like this should be usual by now. Like, it's 2023.
I saw a clip where it was like some girls like says something and they're like, whoa, what the fuck's a girl doing here? And they all just vote to boot her out.
Sometimes
like, really?
they get real negative now. Like, sometimes they can get real tense. Like, once they see that they're losing to me, it's like, I'm a bitch now. I'm a whore. And I'm just everything in the book. And yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some disturbed people on there for sure.
Well, they're children, you know. What a toxic environment.
Right, yeah.
That's fun. Yeah. I honestly, though, I'm all for it. I'm all for the silly, toxic, you know, gaming environments. It's awful.
Oh, dude.
I mean, that's why you should limit your use.
And like
this idea of like we didn't make the gameplay more hospitable for everybody. It's like, no, because then you guys want to play more. You play all day, every day. You know, I can't be doing that all day, every day. I like playing video games, but Christ. That's the problem with like
I can't play for too long because then I'll start to be too crappy. Like,
it's the story-driven games that made me play like trying to play GTA like in story mode or Alien Isolation. Like that was a game where I was like, I played that shit for like 8-hour blocks, like just trying to beat it because it was like I want to know how it ends.
I used to like younger. I used to straight wake up like before brushing and everything. I'm straight getting on the story mode. I felt like it was a real mission that I had to finish.
Well, it's like you like The Sopranos. You like watching these crazy immersive shows. Well, like, yeah, playing GTA in story mode it's like that, you know?
Yeah, you got to like further the story.
It's like watching a badass 50, 60-hour movie, you know?
Right.
Dude, so Enzo, the Vincent Cassell movie, Public Enemy #1.
I saw the one with
or Mesrin. I don't know.
Public Enemy #1. I think that sounds familiar.
There were two of them, but they're pretty good. Check those out.
I did see those.
How old are they?
Oh, 2019?
Yeah.
No, 2008. No,
2008, yeah.
Shit.
So 2008, not 19?
Yeah, 2008, I think.
What?
Oh, Mesrine, I did see this.
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah, part 1, part 2. Holy shit. Dude, I forgot all about this one. Who made this?
Probably some French dude.
Probably.
Gerard Depardieu.
Jean-François Richet. Jean-François Richet. And Vincent Cassel. Mathieu Almarec. Ludivine Sangier. Salibian. I hate this, French accents. It's all vowels.
Yeah.
Oui, enchanté, avec du fromage. Champagne. Un croissant. I don't know. I can't do it.
That's enough already.
I like to rag on the French, all right? Cut me some slack. Can you tell that Queef's my cousin?
It's so funny because it's my favorite, though. Like, that's what's so crazy. Like,
I'm like Italian, so like,
man,
the Italian and the French are always arguing.
I don't know.
The Italian and French are always arguing about who's the better lovers, who makes better food.
And I'm gonna always say French.
No,
French, of course.
What are you talking about?
French is so romantic to me. Not only romantic, it's just
French
very...
food is good because every fucking dish starts with like literally like 2 sticks of butter in a pan. That's
everything's in cream sauce.
And then they put more butter on top of it when it's done. It's insane. But they use like the real good butter, though. I will give them that. Their butter's insane.
Oh my
God. You ever see like those French butter factories where they have like giant like wheels of that shit? It's like, dude, that's a lot of butter. It looks so good. It looks so creamy. I was yesterday. I was watching a video about, it's called Swiss lemonade, even though I realize it's not actually Swiss style, but it's called Swiss lemonade because it looks like fucking cream. But it's called Swiss lemonade, and you take the lemons or the limes. Actually, it's limes. You cut all the white part. You cut them in fourths, and you cut all the white part, like any white parts you can see on the edges and on the inner. You cut it all out, and you throw them peels and everything in the blender with like a few cups of water, and you blend it up real good, and it turns like real frothy. And then you strain it, and then you take that like frothy liquid and you put it back in the blender with like a can of sweetened condensed milk and ice. And then you blend that again for like 2 minutes, and it turns into like fucking thick milk. Whoa. And you pour it out, and it looks like frothy, like milky lemonade. And I'm like, dude, I gotta try that. It sounds great. I have all the stuff to make it. Next time it's like super hot. Last few days it's been kind of cool, cloudy.
That sounds awesome.
I'll send you a link to the recipes, or it's just look it up. It's called Swiss lemonade.
Swiss lemonade.
They use limes though, which is funny. I found out it's a Portuguese thing. I thought it was a Swiss thing, and Meg was like, why the fuck would they be using canned sweetened condensed milk? They have the real shit up there. And you're like, yeah, you're right. I guess because it just looks like milk.
Yeah.
So,
condensed milk.
I love it. I always got a couple cans of them. I'm always making flan. So I always have like cans of evaporated milk and sweetened condensed milk so I can make flan. Or like egg cream coffee, any of that weird shit. Sweet condensed milk, Thai teas.
What was my brother-in-law? He's like, somebody was talking about creme brulee, or Jackie was talking about how much she likes creme brulee. Yeah. He's like, you mean bananas? And I had no idea. I mean, that's essentially what it is.
Dude, I like bananas Foster's.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah, bananas. Mayonnaise. I always make fun of the way I say mayonnaise. Mayonnaise. Eggs. You want some scrambled eggs? Like with an A. But then when I talk to Meg, sometimes I call her Megan. She doesn't like that. My name's the name Megan, like Reagan. Well, yeah. What other movies you want to watch? You want to watch some more fucked up movies, McLovin?
Of course. Dude, my favorite genre is horror. Like,
Okay, well, I will recommend. Did you watch Renfield?
I don't even know what that is.
That new Nick Cage movie where he plays Dracula.
Dracula? Yeah. I don't know if I'm really a huge fan of Dracula. Like,
it wasn't good.
Shitty it wasn't Dracula. Good. Like you got to tell me about it because.
All right. Well, I'm gonna recommend a '90s movie called Innocent Blood. It's a horror comedy. It's about mobsters and vampires. And it's super violent and sexual and hilarious. There's all kinds of nudity and like throats getting ripped out and ridiculous over the top.
What's the name of it?
Innocent Blood.
Innocent Blood. Okay.
And it's not going to be.
And what's the year specifically that you're speaking of?
I want to say 92, but let me look it up.
Yeah, like I need the specific year because when you told me about
oh yeah, Martyrs has been. I told you avoid the American remake.
I got confused at first, but
Innocent Blood 92.
92. I was right. Let me pull it up.
I just guessed that you were talking about the
the French one.
My favorite crazy violent movie is shit. Now I can't even think of the name of it. It's the Dead Alive.
Oh yeah. Brain Dead, aka Brain Dead. Yeah. Dead Alive's fun. But both of this movie and Dead Alive are both like funny. You know, they're more playful. They're not.
I don't want funny though. Give me like
dude, you'll love it.
Like edgy, like
yeah, you want more edgy stuff?
Like, have y'all ever seen like Insidious or y'all know that show Marianne? It's French too. It's on
Netflix. Those are just bogus. Those are just bogus jump scares.
Dude. Insidious
Oh,
scared
dude, I
me.
was
I
say
couldn't.
jump scared. It's pretty good though.
I highly
Like,
recommend
yeah.
this movie though. Check it out. It's very it's a
don't
good
watch
balance.
scary
Did you ever see
movies.
American Werewolf in London?
and
Talk
what
about-
year is it?
1980.
1980.
That's
American
a good
Werewolf
one.
in London, best werewolf movie ever made, and it's so good because it's like a great. Innocent Blood does this too, where it's like it's scary, but it's also funny. It's not like hokey. It's not like it's not scary, but it's like there's just great scary scenes, and then there's some great funny scenes, and they like go back and forth, and it's just such a fun experience to watch those movies.
Is it John Landis movie?
Both of them
I'll
are John
definitely
Landis.
watch it. It's just every time you say comedy, do you know what I think of when I think of like comedy horror? Like,
No,
scary
comedy
movie,
now.
basically like.
No. Scary movie? No. Comedy movies, comedy's dead nowadays. So if a movie's like 20, 30 years old and it's a comedy, then it'll probably be funny. But if a movie's like new and it's a comedy, it's like, no, this is not going to be funny. This is going to be stupid. It's going to be cringe. 9
Yeah,
times
like
out of 10.
irritating. Like,
Pete Davidson. Who fucking thinks he's funny?
oh wow.
Do you like Pete Davidson?
I'm not a fan of him. Nah.
Right.
No.
Who is laughing at this guy?
Like,
then
he's not. Nah.
I meet people who do like him, and I ask them, like, well, what's the skit that he did on Saturday Night Live that you like? Like, what was the joke that he told that you like? And they can't even tell me.
Right.
Exactly.
Like when I tell you Phil Hartman was the best part on Saturday Night Live, I could tell you like fucking 10 skits off the top of my head, dude. When he was the fucking caveman lawyer and shit. When he's always like the dad in all the skits, you know, like the Van Dyke of the River skit. He's the dad.
Yeah.
Like I could tell you about Phil Hartman. I could tell you about fucking Chris Farley. I can't tell you shit about what the hell that guy. He looks like he's a heroin addict, you know? He's got like those eyes.
Oh my gosh, now that's accurate. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
He needs iron. He
Yeah.
needs to eat some steaks or something.
Robert Loggia.
Yeah.
Innocent Blood. Robert Loggia so much better than Nick Cage was in Renfield. Like I said, my first video essay I plan to release in the next month or two will be about Renfield versus Innocent Blood and how like this movie came out 30 years before, had a third of the budget,
Right?
And it's just superior in every way. I'm hoping to do a 15 to 30 minute movie video.
So I feel all my suggestions and all the things that I would like, all the things that I had lined up. Oh my gosh, dude, stupid. So it's probably not shit to you, like.
No, ask me. Tell me. I love all the movies. Let me know. I mean, if I haven't seen it, I'll check it out.
I don't know. What about Vivarium, or what about I'm thinking off the top of my head here.
Oh, did you see Vivarium?
Yes, Vivarium.
Was that the one where the family gets like the two couple get stuck in the house and the aliens?
Yes, it was some weird shit.
That was cool.
Dude.
I like that one.
Dude, it's fucking, I don't know, it's crazy, it's weird.
I had forgotten about that one. Yeah. That one kind of came out of nowhere. That was a good. We were talking about those like movies that were taking advantage of the this is like a movie that felt like it was made after the pandemic, even though it came out right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
I guess it came out right when the pandemic started, which is weird because the whole movie. I do like what's her face, Imogen Poots. That's like the coolest
what about
name.
That movie with Charlie.
Yeah.
What's the name of that movie?
Charlie who?
With Charlie.
Charlie XCX?
No, not her. I love her, but no.
Yeah, everyone loves her.
With Charlie the kid, she kind of looked. She had like some face. Her face was kind of disoriented. And her mom was going crazy. Hold on, I gotta look it up.
Hereditary.
I gotta look it up, stupid.
You talking about Hereditary?
Exactly what it is. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Hereditary rules.
Yeah, that.
So the first time I saw Hereditary,
you probably know because aren't you a horror freak too? I mean, if you are.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't seen them all though. You know, especially the newer stuff.
Yeah.
But Hereditary was one of those movies where the first time I watched it, I thought it was pretty good. But then I saw it a second time and I realized it's a goddamn masterpiece.
Right.
It's pretty fucking scary.
Right.
You've seen The Shining, right?
I have not. Okay. And I've always seen memes.
Watch the 80s. Watch the Jack Nicholson Shining. And you got to watch it like with the volume way up because the scariest part is the music's the best part of that movie. And okay,
I'm gonna do it tonight,
dude. That's a movie that's like honestly, it's pretty light on the gore, even though technically there's like a fuckload of blood in
Can
the
you
movie.
tell me? Don't spoil it, but can you tell me about the kid? Like, what's the thing with the dad and I don't know, the bike.
I'll
He
try
sits
not
on the
to.
bike.
Well, the basic plot is, so what's cool about the movie is it's better. Stephen King, it's a Stephen King book, but the
Yeah, I love
movie
Stephen King.
the movie's a Stanley Kubrick movie, and Stanley Kubrick, that guy took it to a whole nother level because that guy's like an insane perfectionist, and like we'll talk about it more like once you see it, but like basic gist of the plot is like it's the Overlook Hotel. It's like a hotel in the Colorado mountains, like where the snowy mountains are, and they need a caretaker to take care of the mountain resort when the winter season takes over. So they get a skeleton crew of just like usually a caretaker and a family, his family, and they kind of just like live in the hotel for the next like 10 weeks or whatever it is. I don't know how long it is, a few months.
Okay.
But Jack Nicholson is like an author. He's a writer, an aspiring writer. So he's like hoping to knock out a book. Oh, you're in here twice.
Yeah, I just switched to my laptop.
Oh, I see. Cool. So, but then, yeah, the whole point is like the hotel is like quote unquote haunted. But what was great about the movie with Stanley Kubrick is like, in the Stephen King books and the other adaptations of the movies, yeah, it's very like supernatural, like some kind of.
I love Stephen King, dude. He's the best. Like,
well, I don't know. I mean, I like. What's your favorite Stephen King one? I like Misery a lot.
Oh fuck. Oh my gosh. Now when it comes to Stephen King, I don't know. I'll say I like
there's
movies,
there's some
I've
films
always
like
been. I can
Pet
say
Cemetery and what are the other
I
ones?
enjoyed the
I can say like the books are better to me though. Y'all don't think like the writing is better than.
Well, it's very cocaine fueled, and especially his earlier stuff. Like it is like this thick. It's like 500-600 pages or some nonsense.
Right.
And there's like a giant child orgy that's like in the book that no one ever puts in the movies for some pretty good reasons. Right. It's like, wait a minute, we're stuck in the cave. We can't get out unless our powers. We can't be virgins. Okay, well, I'll just take turn banging Sally, and that's what happens. And it's like vividly described in detail. I don't know. That's why I like Misery, because Misery. Have you seen Misery?
Misery, Stephen King, right? I don't.
Kathy Bates.
James Caan.
James Caan is. So that movie is my favorite. That's my favorite Stephen King adaptation. Probably my favorite Stephen King book because it's like a metaphor for Stephen King and his addiction to cocaine. Because like, you have to understand in the 80s. He was in the 70s and 80s, he was like the top dog author. He was like writing all this horror shit and fucking banking it critically and commercially acclaimed, making a shitload of money. And yeah, the dude had a serious cocaine problem. And it is like a testimony to how bad his cocaine problem was because it's like a weird, over the top, convoluted, like a crazy ass, fever dream. Exactly. And so he wrote Misery as like a metaphor for his cocaine addiction and basically how like Kathy Bates, her character, Annie Wilkes, she is a metaphor for cocaine. And the story is that there's a writer who crashes his car in the fucking Colorado mountains, again, or I guess she's like in Montana or somewhere, Minnesota. I don't know. Silver Lake. He crashes his car and she saves him, but she also turns out to be like an insane fanatic of his. And she basically holds him hostage. She wants him to write a new book, and then she basically she basically holds him hostage and makes him write crap against his will, which is what the cocaine was doing to Stephen King.
Wow.
Making him bedridden and stuff. But yeah, definitely watch Misery. Misery and The Shining. Definitely watch those immediately.
That one scene
I'm probably gonna watch The Shining tonight.
With where she put the blocks with his ankles and takes
the
My favorite,
dude.
Go ahead. Steven will probably be The Children of the Corn. Though you made me think about it because as a kid,
the movie's not great.
Kid had me scarred.
Freaky Children of the Corn stuff, dude. I was reading like a weird ass. We were talking about this on the last stream. This is a freaky story that I think would be like a great like historical type Children of the Corn type scenario. But this is like a freaky ass story about how in Haiti, in the I don't know what year, 1700s, maybe the 1800s. There was like a slave revolt. So the slaves like took over and killed all the fucking white people, and then they started like wearing all their clothes and like hanging out in their houses and shit, and like like doing like wearing all the weird like white curly wigs and like kind of just like playing like dress up with all their like dead slave owners' belongings. So the story would be like a merchant ship comes to shore and they find like the Children of the Corn type thing with like all the Haitian slaves like wearing all the fucking masters like bloody belongings and shit. Dude, that'd be freaky, dude. That'd be a good horror movie. But Children of the Corn, I think, is one of those movies that like they could remake it and make that freaky. Like, the
like
car breaks
they
down.
Are literally the reason why I would never go through a maze. That's something I will never do.
Dude, the Shining. That's another big fucking maze in that one. Not corn maze, but it's a garden maze.
Yeah,
and hedge maze.
I've been to the hotel. They have the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, which is about
the reason why
an hour from where I'm at, and we love going up there.
So I said the music's good in The Shining, but other reasons why it's good is obviously the acting for Shelley Duvall and Jack Nicholson is both phenomenal. And then also the other thing that's super crazy is like you won't even notice it probably your first time, but Stanley Kubrick's like bizarre like attention to detail. It's one of those things where like you won't notice it when you're watching it, but when I explain it to you after you've seen it, you'll be like, holy shit. That like explains why I was like feeling like weird, like, disjointed or like disoriented or any of that stuff. It's all done on purpose. Like when you watch it, pay attention to like the layout of the hotel and notice how like bizarre the hotel layout is.
Yeah.
A lot of like impossible architecture and shit like that. Impossible hallways and weird doors that shouldn't be there, windows that shouldn't be in a certain place, like leading certain wares, like weird stuff like that. It's all done on purpose.
Kid sweater.
Oh yeah, Apollo. Yeah, there's like a lot of stuff about how like they're saying Stanley Kubrick faked the moon landing and he hid a bunch of hidden messages in the Shining to like kind of confess to that.
Right.
There's also a lot of weird rumors. There's also a lot of crazy, good metaphor stuff about how it's also about the Native American genocide, which, a lot of weird, convincing arguments about that. It's one of those movies that it's like, it feels haunted, the movie. You know what I mean? It feels cursed, kind of like Hereditary. Like you feel like you were tricked into watching it and you actually summoned something evil in doing so, So definitely watch it with the lights off, all by yourself with the volume all the way up.
Dude, I'm about to watch it right now tonight.
Sweet. Well, it is kind of 3 hours long, so enjoy.
Hey, I'm ready for it.
Right.
Like you talk about it this way, I have to see with my own eyes.
Yeah. Don't forget your 2 ears though. Like right away from the beginning with the opening credits, you'll understand why the music is so important. Like that's like the main reason that it like freaks you out so bad.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Yeah, and also enjoy like Stanley Kubrick's insane. Like I love his big long takes, big walking like shots, like Aaron Sorkin level stuff, and just great.
I love the fact that he's a writer, dude. Like that's instantly where you got me at. Like he's a writer, and okay. And you say how long they're gonna be in this hotel?
I don't know. They tell you it's like definitely like 6 to 9 weeks, something like that. Okay. The winter snow season.
The whole family is going to be here, right? Like,
well, it's a wife, the son, and the father. So yeah, small family.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, freaky ass, cool movie. You're not watching it right now, are you?
No, dude. I'm
yeah. Yeah, no. Leave when you decide to watch it. Don't you gotta
I gotta focus.
Yeah. You're like, all right, the opening credits are starting. I'd be like, no. Yeah, but anyway, what else is the other one? Like I said, definitely check out Misery also when you get a chance.
Yeah, Misery. Okay,
yeah. Misery's got
sometimes they come back. Do you remember that one?
I remember both of those. Sometimes they come back again. Yeah, sometimes they come back a third time or whatever the fuck.
Christine,
I love Christine. Christine was fun. The killer car.
Yeah.
Also, Cat's Eye. Cat's Eye I liked, and Cujo was fun.
Yeah.
But Cujo, like that's the great thing about Stephen King is like he does this great thing.
I've ever seen Cujo.
Cujo's also great because that's like one of those movies you could probably remake well. But like, yeah, you're trapped in it's you and your baby son and you're trapped in a fucking car on a sweltering summer day, and there's a fucking rabid Saint Bernard outside, like locked you in your car, and you're like, nobody's there, and like, it's like 100-something degrees outside, and you and your fucking son are like baking to death in a car. There's a rabid dog outside. That's the whole movie.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's the thing, is like a lot of these movies, like that movie Beast with Idris Elba and the lions, like that was basically Cujo. I mean, like a lot of movies kind of ripped off that Cujo formula.
So Idris is in the movie Cujo?
No. There was that movie The Beast that came out recently from Netflix about like the family getting trapped in a safari with like 2 big lions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's like, I never saw that one, but it's like the same thing. Like, yeah, you're stuck in a car, big killer monster outside.
It's like very claustrophobic.
Yeah. I liked Cat's Eye. Cat's Eye was like the movie that Stephen King didn't write a book. He literally wrote it as a script for a movie, and it's like a horror anthology. Oh, also Creepshow 1 and 2. I love those. Those are both great. Stephen King. Those are no more anthologies. Creepshow 1 and 2. I love them. You seen those, right, Matt?
Creepshow? No, I haven't.
Yeah, Leslie Nielsen's in the first one. Creepshow 2. I think Creepshow 1's a better movie, but Creepshow 2 has the best story with the raft. There's like a fucking floating raft on a lake, and some teenagers, man, we're gonna go fucking smoke dope, party at the lake. Woo! It's like 2 couples. There's like a girlfriend and a boyfriend, and then like the nerdy boy and like the girlfriend's friend. So maybe, hopefully, they'll be a thing. And they swim out to this raft, smoking dope on the raft. It's like a big wooden raft in the middle of the lake. And then this big fucking like black, like it looks like an oil slick or like some kind of like toxic sludge. It just kind of floats up to them. And then it just pulls one of the girls into the fucking sludge and just eats her. And then like now they're like stuck on the raft and like, basically, like, long story short, yeah, they all get eaten by this killer fucking toxic sludge that's like sentient. It's like after them. But then the best part is like at the end, the camera you like pans out and you see the fucking lake, like the last kid just got eaten by the fucking sludge, and then you see the car still running with the radio on, and then it comes out, and then you see some bushes, and in the bushes there's a sign that says no swimming, and it's all covered with like overgrowth. That shit's so good.
That shit sounds like scary movies to tell in the dark.
Yeah. Creepshow 1 and 2, definitely that kind of vibe. Great stuff.
Yeah, that sounds like some good shit.
There's some more Stephen King.
I have one more question though before I leave and watch this movie.
Yes, ask away.
I have one last question. Do you know about? Have you ever seen Naruto?
Naruto, the anime. Naruto. Was that the one you do at Naruto? The new Naruto run?
No, not Naruto. Not anime, dude. Naruto, the one from SpongeBob. Remember, he kept flickering the lights on and off, on and off.
Oh, wait.
Nosferatu.
Oh, yeah, Nosferatu, of course. Yeah, I'm actually trying to do a vampire comic next year, and it's going to be very Nosferatu, Salem's Lot. Now, I know they're remaking Nosferatu.
What about the original?
Yeah, this one. The silent film?
Yeah. So that's him. Okay, cool.
Max, what's his name? So there's a really good movie called Shadow of the Vampire. Have you seen that one? With Willem Dafoe and John Malkovich. And basically, it's about the making of Nosferatu, the movie, the silent film. But it turns out that the director, Max Fleischer, or whatever his name was, actually used a real vampire to play Count Orloff.
Yeah.
Oh,
so, and Willem Dafoe plays Count Orloff, and he's fucking fantastic. And that's one of those movies that's like very understated. But dude, it's like Willem Dafoe's like him? Yeah. And it's crazy because I hear Willem Dafoe's going to play Nosferatu also in the other Robert Eggers Nosferatu remake. So I like the vampire stuff. I love all the old. I love Salem's Lot. You know.
Willem Dafoe has like a very vampire-y face.
Yeah,
So is
yeah.
Nosferatu good? Like
naturally.
I wanted to look into it, but
I would recommend watching. First of all, Nosferatu, the original, is only like fucking 60 minutes long. It's short. It's basically Dracula.
why?
So
Okay.
you know Dracula, but they changed it to Count Orloff due to copyright reasons. But it's the same story as Dracula, except you have to understand, like, this was 1920 when this movie came out.
Right.
So like people had never seen anything like that. So I would definitely recommend watching Nosferatu and Shadow of the Vampire back to back, because Shadow of the Vampire was so fantastic. And it's one of those movies that's like not necessarily scary, but it's just got a vibe of its own, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Artsy. Fun. But yeah, Salem's Lot, I always love Salem's Lot, like that kind of that master vampire, that Nosferatu is, the bald, like 500-year-old ancient,
I just like it because how the way he looks is very creepy, like
demon faced. I don't like it when they're sexy. I don't like when the vampires are sexy. I like it when they're fucking scary looking. And they're demons.
Like interest me, give me interest. Right.
Yeah, Salem's Lot. I mean, Salem's Lot is pretty good, but the best part of Salem's Lot is this scene when the fucking master shows up, like really like showcasing like the supernatural. Like they're sitting, it's like this boy and the local priest and her parents, his parents, like sitting at the kitchen table, and they're talking about like how the son is just imagining things, and all of a sudden the power in the house like starts to flicker, the lights go out. And then the fucking windows just shatter and all the fucking cupboards burst open. And then there's like this weird, like black thing on the ground. It looks like a shadow, but it's like a cape. It's just like a black piece of cloth, like on the floor, and it's like moving around. And then the master just kind of like rises out from the fucking ground. And then he kills both the parents. And fucking, yeah, dude. Spooky. He doesn't talk. He has like a human come in and interpret for him. The master won't let you live. Good. Yeah, dude, it's freaky.
Yeah, that sounds real good.
I love all that vampire stuff, man.
Yeah, did you watch what was that series that came out recently? Guillermo del Toro.
The Strain.
The Strain. Yeah,
my mother loved it, and I never saw it, but I definitely want to check out the first season because I hear the first season rocks. But yeah, that was like a good take because I like Blade 2, with the Reaper vampires where their fucking head splits open and they're like vampires that eat other vampires,
Yeah, right.
That shit's dope. I love all that stuff. But the other one, there's another vampire Nosferatu remake coming out this year called The Voyage of the Demeter, and I don't know, dude. I don't know what it's gonna. It might not be great, but it looks.
I hate remakes.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know. I'm an original girl. Like, I feel like once it's remade, why are you like, no?
Well, sometimes, I mean, here's the thing. Like, you can remake it if you're going to make it better. Like, when I'm telling you, like,
good, but some
stuff
things
is dated.
are just not allowed to be remade, like.
Yeah, but that's a very, like, small sample size, though, right?
See, I do like this. I do like this vampire design, except he doesn't wear clothes. That's kind of weird. He's got wings. He's like a big bat creature. But here's the thing. It's the last voyage of the Demeter. So it's Count Dracula. Count Dracula is literally, we all know how it ends. He kills everyone on the boat, and then he shows up to London, right? We all saw Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula. He shows up, the boat crashes.
Yeah. We went recently to a park, like where you park your car. What's that shit called?
Drive-in
movie.
Yeah,
never showing that one.
Bram Stoker's?
Yeah, like a couple years ago in COVID.
Dude, that's another cool movie that seems like a fucking fever dream. It's trippy.
Yeah.
It's another one of those movies that's like, it's not so scary, but it's like, it's kind of sexual, it's erotic. That's the kind of movie to watch in the drive-in theater, if you catch my drift. But yeah, as far as like, you can't show Martyrs at the drive-in theater. People are trying to eat their popcorn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta have, there's a time and a place for that kind of shit. You can't be absorbing the most fucked up movies ever. But if you want to watch a real fucked up movie, check out Kill List. I keep recommending that to people.
You mentioned that to me.
I
the first
did. Check
time.
that one. That's
I
next.
didn't approach it because it seemed dry to Penzo. Like
No.
Did you
It seems dry.
like
It's not.
Mandy?
so 1 out of 10. What would you?
Kill List, I give a solid 10, especially if we're talking about like fucked up horror movies. It's up there with Martyrs and Serbian. It's up there.
Oh,
And what's great is like,
it, but
yeah, exactly. You think it's gonna be like a hitman movie. It's a movie about 2 hitmen.
yeah, that's what it looks like.
No,
Right
no,
back.
dude, it's crazy like Pizzagate shit going on in that movie. It's fucked up.
Oh,
Yeah, that movie takes a turn for the fucking worst and then some.
oh, okay. Don't tell me. I
No,
don't
I
want
won't.
to. Don't
I
ruin
won't.
it. I don't.
No, watch it. Check it out.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna
Well,
continue
what
to
time
look.
is it now?
I'm so glad I got to catch you, dude. I've been wanting to talk to you for the
No worries, man. Yeah, that's what Queef was telling me. So anytime, we usually stream every Monday. Sometimes I stream earlier than this, obviously.
Yeah, I'll just add you on Discord, dude. I'll
Yeah, the Discord,
I'll
we will
track
be
you up.
we'll be watching movies in there pretty regularly in the theater.
Oh.
So we'll let you know.
What kind of movies? Like horror movies?
Right now, we're burning through like lame action films. If you did Queef, you check out my YouTube channel that you're on right now, that you were watching. We got me and Queef are on a bunch of these We Watch videos.
Okay.
We watched Blank Check, Surf Ninjas, some other stupid shit. We watched Piranha 2 recently.
You might as well watch Flushed Away, shouldn't you? You're watching Piranha 2.
Yeah. I think me and Queef just watched this dumb cyborg movie today. Probably gonna watch Speed tomorrow with my buddy Blue Collar Loser if he pops in tonight.
You might as well watch Spun. You watching Speed? You might as well watch Spun.
I've seen Spun. Spun's weird, man. I remember having friends that like watch Spun a bunch of times. I was like, dude, that's a weird movie to watch a lot.
Oh wow!
Like I watched Half Baked a lot.
Like whoa!
I liked Half Baked.
I'm that friend that probably.
Yeah. Was it John Leguizamo in that one?
You said what?
John Leguizamo shows up in Spun, right? Him and Brittany Murphy, and who else is in that one?
I'm not sure, like with specific names, but
all those meth heads.
It's good shit. Like my first time seeing it, they had me thinking, and all I do is smoke weed. So like it had me thinking, like, whoa, am I too high or something? Like,
nah, it definitely had me thinking, like, I'm glad I don't smoke meth.
Right. Right. It should have been those movies they played with the.
It wasn't one of those movies that painted
school like against drugs and shit.
Yeah, it didn't really paint meth in a positive light, which I was happy about.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable.
I watched that show Cops, man. That show is a great anti-meth commercial, anti-crack, anti-PCP. Cops is like not only was it the first reality show, but it's the best reality show, you know?
Yeah.
It's like we're talking about originals, you know? It's like Cops. Yeah, right. That's the one.
Cops.
It is.
Bad boys. Really what you want? What you gonna do?
It actually helped me out one time. I think we were randomly watching Cops, and like we were driving around with a bunch of weed, and like they had just busted a guy with weed, and like he had said something like you can't search my car under any, you can say no to a search or whatever.
Yeah, but that just makes them want to search your car even more.
But yeah, we said no, and he was like, "Okay, I guess you guys can, go ahead, be on your merry little way." We had like 2 ounces of weed in the car. Like,
yeah, it's like you don't really have probable cause, I don't think, man.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
it's like, look, man. Normally, I'd say yes, but I'm in a hurry today.
Of wine.
Yeah, the goblet.
Vampire, so I had to do it.
It's like, look, normally I would let you search my car, but I'm kind of in a hurry, and I know it's going to take at least an hour, and you don't have probable cause, so I'm going to have to say no. Sorry.
I have somewhere to be. You don't
maybe next time.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, like, we were stoned. We were watching Cops, like, right before we left. So, like, that's where we got that idea. I was like,
hell yeah.
Tell him no.
Just tell him no, bro.
What happens, man?
Also be white.
Yeah, right.
And not have warrants or any of that shit. Yeah, that's also important.
Or play the right song. I feel like if you play the right song, maybe you can get off.
Yeah. Well, that's turn the radio off. That's what you do. The radio off.
Yeah,
the fucking hands on the steering wheel. You look at the cop.
Still, if you're playing the right song and you.
Also, everyone in the car has to be looking at the police officer like, "Hello, officer. How sorry we pulled over." The worst is when the passenger is just like sitting there staring straight ahead, acting like the cop's not even there. Don't do that. Don't ignore the police officer like, oh, the driver will handle this. I'll just
That's
stare
when you're coming
forward.
off suspicious.
It's like, all right, dude, you're acting weird.
Right, yeah. You're
Yeah,
like looking out
suspicious.
the passenger side window.
Everyone's got to be like, hello, officer.
Right.
Trump 2024. Like, you know, whatever the fuck you got to say. Back the blue.
Whatever you want to hear.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm so glad I got to catch you, dude. Like,
yeah, like I said,
I'll
next
just add you on Discord.
Yeah, that too. And then next Monday, we'll be streaming here again, probably earlier, and we'll probably watch a few movies between then and now. All right, well, enjoy The Shining.
Do you have
watch it with like fucking headphones on, like full volume.
Dude, I have like a 65
inch.
Yeah. No, never mind. It's 75 inch.
Sweet.
I'm about to turn it up, and dude,
if you got headphones, if you got some really decent like fucking, sound woofing headphones, that's even better. Like those big headphones that cover your ears.
Laying in the bed with the headphones on.
Dude, that movie will scare the shit out of you with like surround sound in your head.
I'm prepared. I'm so prepared.
All right. Yeah, it's just super creepy,
I'm about
man.
to roll me a blunt, and yeah, dude.
All right. Enjoy.
I hope this is good. Like, thank you.
Yeah, it's one of those movies where it's like, once you've seen it, now we can talk about it. And that's when the real fucking you can see there's people who make YouTube movies. Like there's thousands of hours of YouTube dissections about The Shining, like just talking about what it means and what it's about and what's going on in it. It's open, it's wide open. It's one of those movies, it's crazy.
Okay. I'm prepared.
All right. Well, enjoy it.
Yeah, you'll like that
I'll
shit.
let you know. I'll catch y'all on the flip
Soak
side.
in that freaky atmosphere and stay away from Indian burial grounds.
Okay, I got you. Noted.
Right. Later, McLovin.
All right, see ya.
Later.
Well, that was good.
Yeah.
Chatting with a fan. Always welcome, y'all.
She likes to tune in.
No, I met her on a random Discord Jackbox game session, and she's talking about like, oh, I like horror movies. I was like, oh yeah,
yeah.
You like? What do you think about Human Centipede and stuff? She's like, oh, I love it. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, if you like that stuff, then yeah, check out fucking Martyrs.
I never caught that one. I don't know, man. I'm not really into horror films.
Some of them are way too fucked up, like Martyrs, Passion of the Christ, Hill List, Serbian film. I get it. Like, some people are like, I saw Serbian film, it was trash. I don't ever want to watch it again. It's like, I totally understand.
Yeah, right.
I think it's high art.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not knocking it for sure. It just doesn't really. I don't like being scared. To me, is not a form of
entertainment,
pleasurable entertainment to me.
Yeah, that's kind of like
how it could be.
That's like Lord Toxic. He's like, we were talking about him last time, where he's like, yeah, he was in the shit. You don't want to watch that kind of movies,
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Right.
I want to watch movies that that's the thing where I was talking about earlier, comedy.
Yeah, you probably.
It's so hard to just like find a good comedy and just like unwind to that.
Yeah.
I've seen the new comedies and don't get me wrong, they still make quote unquote comedies. They're just not funny.
Right.
Who was that?
My Alexa thing.
Oh, cool.
Vacuum cleaner and it just finished its charge. So I was, set a timer for it.
The remote vacuums. How long? Yeah, I mean, that's what would be cool. What would make take the remote vacuum cleaner and how do we make it like far superior? Like, what's something that you wish your remote vacuum cleaner could do?
Yeah. Damn.
Play music. That'd be cool. B, definitely put some cup holders on that thing.
Oh yeah. There you go. Bring a drink.
Yeah, deliver it shit to me. Yeah, a fucking arm. What else can we do? Yeah. I mean, Christ. Also, it can change its own filters. That would be fucking hella important.
Yeah.
It just goes outside. Fucking.
Yeah, you spend more time cleaning the fucking thing than it does vacuuming, I feel like.
Like, it just needs you to like take the big trash can outside and like put it on its side and open it up. And then the vacuum cleaner just like crawls in there. And then you shut the lid. and it just like blows all that dust out.
Right.
And then you open the fucking trash can lid and it carts right out like a clean, brand new Wally fucking doll. If I can put the trash can back up. All right, go back to vacuuming my house, stupid robot.
That'd be nice.
Yes, sir. Yeah, if I had robot servants, I would definitely treat them like shit. Like if my robot nanny, my robot maid, like had one spot, I'd fucking smack it up the head. What the fuck is that? I'll cut your fucking hands off if you mess that up again, robot. You know, I'd be like one of the first victims in the robot, war.
Yeah,
where, like the robots just got tired of getting slapped around so much.
Oh, dude, I find myself being like super polite with it. I'm like, yes, thank you. Like.
Yeah, that's why I'm fucking not polite. I like Will Smith.
Overlords.
I like Will Smith in that iRobot movie. I just don't like him. You know what I mean? I'm just an asshole to him. I'm rude to him. Fuck you. Give me my latte, fucking stupid robot.
It's like that in that movie. He's like, yeah, you little pile of shit. He's like,
I'd be listening to all my music on like hard copy, and never fucking trusting the internet. I'd be all like, all retro
record players.
Yeah, fucking God. That was a weird ass movie.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, Jackie's watching Barry in there, so I think it's in its final season.
I'm gonna have to check it out now that it's over. That? No, I heard that the last few episodes have been kind of lulling, but I don't care. Wrap it up.
Any of it yet.
Yeah, it's the first. I stopped watching it because I saw the first 2 seasons and they're great, but like they both end on massive cliffhangers. So like. Now it's been a couple more years and now the show's wrapping up and I'm like, cool. No more of that. You can't just like, end on a fucking massive cliffhanger like that and just be like, see you in a year. Be like, motherfucker.
Right.
It was hard enough to like wait every week for an episode like that. I don't like, it's hard.
Yeah. What's the last movie you watched?
Well, like I said, we just watched that Nights movie. There was another one, our friend, mutual friend of me and Meg's, executive produced a movie. I'm like, cool. Whoa, big time. I just kind of want to watch it.
What does an EP do exactly? They provide the money.
I think they just kind of drop cash.
And they're like,
or drop cash, or maybe a really solid idea.
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg, I think he would get a lot of executive producer credits on movies like Deep Impact and, Back to the Future and stuff like that. And I
feel like you also can't be at fault for anything. Like
the producer is the main guy who gets the Oscar for Best Picture. Let's see, let's look it up. Producer versus executive producer. Let's see here. The producer may already be working on a script with a writer and will reach out to an executive producer to finance the project. Okay. The producer answers to the executive producer about the film's budget. The executive producer does not get involved with the day-to-day of a production like a producer does. I see. I'll tell you who the real fucking star of the movies is the ADs, the assistant director. That motherfucker is the one, and I think it was Natalie Portman. She actually said something I agreed with for once recently. She was saying she was getting interviewed about some fucking movie she's in, and she was saying, you know what? Like, why am I the one getting interviewed? Like, the movie can go on without me, Natalie Portman. You just get some other fucking dumb actress. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, obviously, what she said here.
Yeah.
But the crux of what her quote was like, I know so many films where it's like without the assistant director, every movie I've been on, without the AD, the fucking film would collapse. The shoot would never fucking lift off the ground. You know what I mean? And yet we never see the ADs. We never see the assistant directors get interviewed by anybody.
Right. What do they do?
Well, they're the ones, the assistant director, if I remember, they're the ones that basically do all the fucking busy work for the director, which is the scheduling, the budgeting. It's like to schedule a fucking movie shoot with like hundreds of people and all these actors like evolving, like what scenes are going on, who's going to be here for what day. It's massive undertaking.
Right.
The assistant directors,
like a project manager type of role.
Yeah, exactly. They're the ones doing all the fucking clipboard work. They're the ones just like handing over, like they're telling the director, like, okay, so today we're shooting scene 4,
and then the director just like sets the shot.
Yeah, the assistant directors are
cinematographer to do what he wants to do, and like
The director is crowd control. The director is quality control. All the director does is communicate a vision to department heads, and he's got to communicate the vision. He's got to communicate the vision. Yes, sorry, I'm saying that right. And also just do quality control. Like tell them what you're looking for. The costume people tell them what you're looking for. Then the costume head, they deal with their costume people. Then the costume head comes back to the director. This is what we got for the costumes. The director will say, you love it, hate it, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really like, how good are you at herding cats? That's what the director does. The assistant director is responsible for the assembly of all the elements needed for filming and for the daily operations of the shooting set. Their objective is to provide the director with everything he or she needs to put his or her vision on film. Motherfucker.
I thought you were just riffing off the top of your head. I was like, damn.
No, man.
I really know.
No, I'm just a pro, dude. I just know how to read and act like, make it seem like I'm saying it out of my head.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That does sound difficult. Like I never even thought about. I've never even thought about it in AD.
Yeah. That's the first thing I learned when I one of my favorite elective classes in film, because I took all my electives were film school classes. So like
Right.
I took a introduction to it wasn't like intro to filmmaking. I think it was like, I can't remember what it was called, basics of filmmaking or the logistics, something like that. It's talking about like, what ADs do basically. It's like, oh yeah, you guys, that was a great like wake up call, and like how glad I was that I didn't become a film major, because I was like surrounded by other film majors, and I was like, oh god, like these people are terrible. Like I remember, I'll never forget, man, this one guy sitting next to me with the first day of fucking class. All right, it's a small class, it's like 16 people or some shit. So it's like, all right, intros all around. And fucking guy right next to me, I'll never forget. He's like, hi, my name is like Todd Brandon, whatever the fuck my name is. Yeah. I want to be the director in Austin. I was like, what does that even mean?
All right.
Like what, and it's like, he'd ask the guy, like, what does a director even do? And they couldn't even tell you, like, and it's like, also like, yeah, director. It's like, okay, so are you good with like people? Like, what do you, I don't understand. I think what most people want to do is just be a writer, but have total control over their script when it gets made into a movie. And it's like, that's not going to happen. Even if you are directing, really happen, even when you are directing, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You're going to have an idea for a costume, and you're going to tell the costume people, make this. Very rarely. I mean, sure, sometimes it happens, but very rarely is it going to be like just the way you said, unless it's like something simple. But
yeah, because it's such like a collaborative.
Yeah, you want your costume guy, go crazy. Hey, we just want it to be blue and Victorian. We don't really care what else. Put frills on it, diamonds on it. I don't give a shit. Whatever you think. Go nuts. That would be one of my favorite things to say. Go nuts or don't go nuts. Here we need to hone it in, like just chill on that, like I don't know. Talk to your set designers. That's the other thing. It's like set designers do shit that like the director wouldn't even think of, because usually directors aren't set designers,
Yeah.
Set designer, like director would just be like, something's feeling off. Like you wouldn't tell the set designer like, oh, this chair should go over here or anything. You'd just be like, I want this to be like brighter or something. You'd be like, I want this room. I like this room, but I feel like it needs more space or less space. It needs to feel cozier, whatever. You'd say words like that. Like, how does it make you feel? And then the set designer will be like, oh, well, I'll move this painting over there. And subconsciously, they'll fucking, do weird shit like that. But yeah, that was the funny thing, is like doing that class and just realizing like what a nightmare like scheduling a shoot must be like. And it's like, oh, this actor can't show up today all of a sudden. Like, you don't understand like the huge derailment that does. Now the assistant director probably has to spend the next like 2 hours figuring out the replacement shoot day for that scene that they were supposed to shoot today. And like all the stuff that they were supposed to do that day. Oh, well, we needed to fire a gun that day. That gun arms people need to be there that tomorrow now. And they need to, everything.
Right. Or if the weather doesn't cooperate.
Oh, that too, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Because that's what we were talking about earlier today with what that Nights movie is like. We've said it before, but it's like usually independent movies, first time filmmakers, they always make like Westerns or like some kind of like a samurai movie, something that takes place in the woods or the wilderness or the outdoors, because like you don't need to do any lighting, you don't need to do any like real like set designing or anything.
Yeah.
Just kind of film outside. But yeah, if the weather's fucking fucked up, then there you go. It's another problem.
Yeah, yeah. I remember, listening to Spielberg talk about, when they shot Jaws, right?
Oh yeah.
And just how much of a pain in the ass it was to shoot on it, and he wanted to shoot it open water.
Yeah.
In the ocean.
You asked for it, motherfucker.
How can you do that?
Yeah, because he didn't want because they always do the same thing where like the Truman Show, they have that big fucking giant pool with a big wall painted to look like the sky.
Right.
But yeah, you could tell the way it looks because of the waves, like it's hard to get like real size ocean waves in one of those pools. Oh,
yeah, totally.
Meg.
Hey, Meg.
Hello, guys. Hold
What's
on,
up?
let me get my headphones hooked up to this.
Are you on your phone?
Yeah, and my headphones aren't hooked up. Hold on. Ooh, I don't even need them. I got like 30 Bluetooth names on here. I really need to trim the fat.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Like some of those movies, so you see roll the credits and just how many people are involved. It's so insane.
Let me pull this up here. Let me show you something.
Especially like I don't know,
what audio?
Meg,
what? So what? You're on your phone or the computer?
Yeah, hold on. We're gonna figure it out if I can hook this up or not.
Yeah, but tell me though, you're on the phone or the computer?
I'm on the phone, but I'm trying to hook my headset up to it. I guess I don't have to if I'm on my phone, right?
Oh, you know what?
Sound to you guys,
Megan. You know what I figured out those clicking sounds are? I think it's you like tapping stuff on your phone. Yeah.
I didn't tap anything just now.
No, but it was earlier, I think, when you first got in here. Because I remember one time we're trying to solve the mystery of the clicking sounds.
Well, what an asshole am I, hey?
No, it's okay. I'm actually glad that we know what it is, because now I just know, oh, you're just typing stuff.
I will not do that again.
No worries. That makes sense now, because it's like...
trying to turn on my Bluetooth and stuff, but what are you going to do?
Okay. Yeah, so here's what I was going to look up.
How was my audio, Enzo? Is it
great?
Okay, cool.
Everyone sounds great. All right, hang on. No sound.
The slow and the curious.
Oh no. Yeah. I felt like I like Geriatric Drift though. That's good.
Yeah.
Hang on. I think this is it. Wait. All the way?
Should I be on video if you guys are on video?
No, I mean, you don't have to do anything.
On video.
Sure. Why not? Yeah, dude, I couldn't tell that was Ludacris at first. I was like, who is that?
Wait,
guy?
where?
The guy in the lower right.
Oh, dude, here we go.
Did he get white?
Yeah.
All right.
Bizarre. Is
all
he
right.
doing a weird like skin bleaching thing that like Indian women do?
Okay.
I'm guessing you know what I'm talking about. All right, let's go.
No, I'm sorry. I'm pulling this up. No, I don't think this will get copyright struck. I mean, this is 5 seconds, but this is the end of the first Avengers movie. We've already seen the cinematic credits where we got all the actors' names in fancy 3D letters.
Right.
And then this is like the Thanos stinger. And it's like, yep, I'm Thanos. Ha ha ha. Right. And then the actual credits start. All right. Now let's do it, folks. This is the credits. Now we're going to just continue talking. All right. But oh no. Full screen, motherfucker. What are you doing? Oh, there we go. All right. Okay.
And now, I remember like sitting through this and you're talking, all the like the visual, all the technical.
This is 7 minutes. 7 minutes of this. Okay.
That's so
all right.
crazy.
Now, all right. Here we go. We got the cast. All right. But anyway, Meg, what were you saying?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about how I just washed a $50 vape in the washer.
Oh.
I'm mad about it.
The tobacco ones?
Nope.
Darn. What color was it?
purple.
Is it dead
Anyway.
for sure?
Well, I looked at it was 100% full when I found it, and I looked in the little oil, and it had like some cloudiness in there, and I was like, I'm not smoking laundry detergent, so I had to throw it away. But it cost $50, and it was brand new, and that really sucks.
Dude, I had some mushrooms, and one of my
gotta
buddies.
Be more careful, dude.
I had some mushrooms, and so there was a buddy of mine put like a silica packet in there.
Yeah.
And so I was like cutting it up, and I didn't even think about it or realize
you didn't eat it, did you?
Yeah. Well, I did my research.
You know how bad that is for you?
And it turns out that it's not toxic in small quantities.
Yeah.
Silica isn't toxic, but it soaks up all the moisture around it. And like if you have that in your guts,
well,
you got some problems.
It's fine.
But,
you know, I've put worse in there, so
I guess that's true.
Figure I'll be all right.
Yeah, Enzo always makes fun of me because like I drink.
Yeah, she won't eat. She won't eat off a
Teflon pan.
Yeah, she won't eat seafood because of Fukushima. But like,
no, that's not why. I just don't like seafood.
The Gulf.
Yeah.
The Gulf.
Yeah. Well, I did take like a sifter. I took a sifter and like sifted some of it out. So.
All right, so these credits, look at them. They're still going, guys.
If I'm doing all the things to pollute my body, then every little thing that you do not to counts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I mean, come on. Look at
yeah.
It's gonna keep going, guys. We're not even halfway done.
So how many like the animator?
These are all the people that get fucked over when you pirate a movie. So just remember that.
There's just a list of people getting fucked over.
I mean, these people got fucked over before
this guy sitting there and like did a certain thing. And,
I saw someone earlier in a group I'm in say like, what you guys don't understand is that there is no Hollywood without writers. And I was like, fucking good. Like they haven't come out with anything good in a long time. Yeah. And maybe
these writers demanding more money don't deserve it at all.
I was like, go watch instead of SNL or something that's going to get stopped because of writers. Go watch independent films or go watch self-produced documentaries. Like you want to be about the little guy, go be about the little guy. You can watch all kinds of stuff that's not SNL, CNN, Conan O'Brien, you know?
The problem is it's hard to watch, stuff that isn't,
Enzo, this part right here.
Yeah, here we go.
Are you wearing
animators?
Jesus.
Oh,
Am I wearing cat ears?
You. No, not you.
Oh.
I was looking. Okay, so look at your avatar.
Yeah. Yeah, it does kind of look like avatars. No, I see.
Illegal. Yeah. Look at your avatar.
Yeah, there you go. It looks like you have ears. You put your head right there.
Bill Delphine or something.
Yeah, you definitely.
No, look at your avatar. Your head, like you were.
Yeah, where your head was behind the painting. Yeah, it
looks
looks like you have ears.
Avatar. You look like you're wearing cat ears, like a cam girl.
Put your head a little higher, a little closer.
Do you see it in the avatar? Do you see the painting behind you?
Yeah, he sees it. We see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, these are all the creature animators, the texture animators. Look how many people just do textures. Look how many people do that. This is the CG camera, the CG pan and paint and rotoscoping.
This is for what movie again? Fast and Furious?
The first Avengers movie. Keep in mind, there's been like 3 other Avengers movies, and they get even more insane. This is what, 2011?
Yeah, Enzo, this is what
2012.
Yeah, when I sat through this, I was like,
bro.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because you're like, wait till the very end, you'll see the stinger, and you watch all these credits, and you're like, good God. Compositing.
Like, you need to get another round of popcorn just for the credits.
Jesus Christ.
Imagine
imagine that poor bastard that's like, Ari Sachter Zeltzer has been sitting in the theater this whole time waiting to see his fucking name, and there it is, finally. Yay!
He's invited his mom and everything, like his whole family is there looking at the debut on a credit. They have to wait 17 minutes to see it flash for 3 seconds.
Oh wait, depth artist. Like, depth artist. Here it comes, Mom. I'm in the depth artist. I'm in the depth artist. Where am I? I'm somewhere in that paragraph. Where am I? Oh, where's my name? I don't know. I didn't see it.
You guys missed it.
I was in depth artist though. Oh, can you projector? Can you go back? Can you play back a few? I want to see my name. See, it's easy to see your name right there. Engineering services, Doug Ford, right there, easy. When your name is just listed in a huge block of text on a fucking movie screen.
So funny that somebody just filmed this.
Haley,
Filmed in
remember last night
Albuquerque.
we were talking about the turd.
Oh shit! Really?
This is the
Filmed
turd.
in Albuquerque Studios. Yeah, I guess that's where what's his name? Max is out at. I didn't realize that they were doing that much stuff out in Albuquerque.
What's
Anyway,
your dog's name?
Obi.
Obadiah Benedict Cornwallis the Turd Esquire.
His name is Obi. It's like Obi-Wan.
Looks pretty chill.
No, it's fucking not. It's Obadiah.
No, he was like
Benedict
Obi-Wan
Cornwallis.
Kenobi, but we made it funnier.
Obadiah.
Obadiah's a good name. That's
Benedict
Iron Man.
Cornwallis the
Obadiah
Turd.
Stane.
Blow him up and look how cute he is, Enzo.
I was like, Obadiah's a great name. Yeah, blow him up. I wish I could blow him up in a microwave.
Oh God, you're the worst.
Look at him.
You're the worst.
He's a little Yorkie. He looks like Teddy from AI. Remember?
You see Papa? Go look at Papa. No,
look, he's tired.
He's
sleeping.
tired. He wants to take a little nap. Oh, there he goes. Hey, Obi.
You will break, David.
See Papa? You see Papa?
Oh my God.
There he is.
Yeah. Tiny little dog. Obadiah. Where's Rufus?
He's in the kitchen. Rufy, come here.
All right, whatever. Well, what else is going on? It's what time is it? It's
1:30 in the morning.
Jeez Louise.
Thank goodness I don't have a job. Come here, Rufy. I think I might have a roommate now. We'll talk about that later.
What?
I know.
Who?
It's an old man from work. We'll talk about it later.
Oh boy.
His name is Tim. I call him Cowboy.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's that guy I thought was calling that day, and he wasn't.
So
Anyway.
So does that mean I gotta come and watch the dog still, or what?
That's kind of the point. Is that maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe nobody needs to.
Or
But
maybe also everything will go wrong while you're away,
that's what I was thinking.
and you wouldn't be able to do anything about it.
Maybe I should have you come check on things like halfway through.
God, I won't be able to. I'm only able to do the first half while you're gone.
I guess that's true.
So,
Um,
well, I guess it means I can make that karaoke contest.
Well, we'll see. I mean, it involves me signing up a guy for a lease for at least 3 months right now. So I'm going to think it through when I've had less vodka.
Yeah, what, he asked you today or something?
Yeah, well, we were just talking about how I quit the place I worked at, which is how I met him. And he was like, well, I'm looking for a room up around the North Austin area. If you know anybody, let me know.
Oh.
And I was like, I have a guest room.
Well, he has money, so
maybe
whatever.
he'll pay my bills.
And this is Tree Guy? Or is this is Chim?
No, this is Cowboy.
Cowboy.
But yeah, so to fill you in, illegal, I used to work at a poker house.
He's not here. He's not there.
Oh, did he leave?
Or is he wearing headphones? I can't tell.
I don't know. I wasn't
Yeah, he
watching.
can't hear us. It doesn't matter. So anyway, yeah, you don't need to fill anybody in.
Yeah, we'll talk about all that later, but when
Weird.
not on a stream because nobody cares.
But also nobody's watching. But also, so when would this happen? Soon or real
Again,
soon?
we'll talk about it not on a stream.
All right. Well,
Are you
do you want to watch The Hunted?
I don't know, maybe, but it's like 1:30 in the morning. Are you done with this thing or what?
I mean, we can wrap it up. I've been streaming for 2 hours, almost 3 hours.
I mean,
Maybe Smile can join us.
Smile, grace us with your presence. I had a lot of fun with you guys last night.
Yeah, it's always fun on these things, dude. Jackbox is fun too. Hey, you remember the trash today? Good job.
Oh, you just got that? Yeah. I was like, Enzo's gonna be so proud.
My
I remember
phone's
it was trash day.
charged. Yeah. Yeah, I took the trash out yesterday. It was great, but the trash can's all smelly, so I gotta wash it. But I
Yeah,
left it out on the
do
curb.
that now and then.
I left it out on the curb for the extra day so it can like bake in the sun, kind of disinfect a little bit.
Sunshine is the best disinfectant, is what they say. Especially
well,
that Texas heat.
Yeah.
Well, I think we lost him.
Nah, he's just doing his thing. Let me text Queef, see what he's doing. What you doing? Thinking about watching the movie soon?
I'm probably gonna go to bed.
Oh, never mind then.
Not that long from now.
All right, well, I'll do the same.
We
We should watch The Hunted
I've got
soon,
a
though.
lot done today, and I feel really, for once, happy about the amount of production that I got done today.
What are your thoughts on the Fast and the Furious movies, Meg?
Well, I quit watching after I think 5. Because it just started getting really ridiculous.
Did you actually like them?
I liked the first one because I was 14.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And then whenever I got old enough to realize how ridiculous the scenarios were and that it was just, I mean, it's the Michael Bay of car racing movies, and it's not that it's not entertaining to watch, but like there's so many cringy lines. And I think that's the thing that like made me a little turned off to it. Is I live my life a quarter mile at a time. Like there's just so many dumb, cringy lines in there. And also, I think a lot of it had to do with that I was like a young hormonal teenager and I had a crush on Paul Walker.
Yeah, the first one came out in 2001. So I would have been 15, 16. And I thought
Paul
those
Walker was a hot dude.
I thought those movies were so lame when I was a kid. I was just like,
Well, you've always been cooler than
I was a natural contrarian. I don't know. Everything that my fucking 8th grade accomplices were doing, like listening to Limp Bizkit and shit, I was just like rejected all of it. I don't know why.
I was just, well,
I had the chocolate starfish and hot dog flavored water album.
I had a significant other, and I remember
the
like
crazy thing is the first one wasn't even that good. Like the first one was
right. It's just
one
Point
of
Break.
the weakest ones. Like I thought.
I watched a documentary last night on Keanu Reeves while I was going to sleep.
Oh yeah, what'd you learn about him? That he's an awesome guy and he's great.
Well, I didn't realize, like, I've never seen anything in his career prior to like Bill and Ted. And he was in a cornflakes commercial or something. They were commercials from when he was like 8 or 9, and then they were saying that he had like this sort of bad boy teen sort of a typecast that he was stuck in. And then after he was in Point Break, finally he was A, an adult, and B, someone to be reckoned with, and C, a good guy. He had always been like bad guys in all the rest of his movies, like, you know, bad boys, not bad guys, but like bad boys. And so then people started taking him seriously, and then of course the Matrix dropped, and they were talking about his family, and one of his sisters has like some kind of cancer, and they showed like every time they were talking about any member of his family, they cut to a scene of him with them on the red carpet. And I thought it was really cool that like all of his guests are just his family, not like, you know, dumb hot women or something. But yeah, he just had like a million terrible things happen. They talked about River Phoenix and how he was there when that happened, and they actually played the audio of Joaquin Phoenix calling 911 that night at the Viper Room.
Oh, wow.
And it was like, I've never heard it, and it was just really emotional, you know.
You know, I heard that Flea and Anthony Kiedis sacrificed River Phoenix to the devil in that green room, and they drugged him on purpose and gave him. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that, but
The Hollywood conspiracy,
blood magic, and that's why they named that album "Blood Sugar Sex Magic" because it was blood magic.
Oh, did they rape him also?
No, it was like blood sacrifices. You know. Anyway. Praying to Satan. People do it.
So I watched.
Oh, people do it.
I saw something. The top 50. Wait, okay. I'm reading your screen now. Hold on a second. I looked at the top cringiest lines.
50 of the best.
The most cringeworthy Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, give them to me.
Lines and quotes with screenshots.
Here's 10 of the weirdest. What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, here's some screenshots. So done. Looks like we're going to be partners, bro. Could you tell me right quick what would be a better motor for my Skyline? A Gallo 12 or a Gallo 24? I guess it's because he's trying to see if he knows what he knows about cars, right?
Yeah.
That's why he said that. This is Too Fast, Too Furious.
That's right.
Huh. I like how he's got pizza drink. He went and got pizza somewhere. All right, number 9. Ava Mendez, you might want to keep your eyes on the road, Playboy.
Yeah.
Why is that a fucking bad scene? That's not a bad
I don't know,
line.
I kind of like that one.
All right, hang on. Wait, you're like Justin Timberlake of Japan, right? What the fuck?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That one's good.
Number 11, my ass. All right, these are not. You just earned yourself a dance with the devil, boy. You're under arrest.
Oh. You know, I love any movie where The Rock says "some bitch" in it.
Here we go. The worst Fast
He's
and
like,
the
"Go get
Furious
that
lines.
dumb bitch."
Don't race him. He's got $100,000 under the hood of that car. I got a T4 turbo and an AEM cold air intake. I don't know what that means. I guess car people think that's funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
I need NOS. Give me the big bottle. No, make that 2. I don't see how having 2 bottles of NOS equals faster than 1. Maybe faster or longer, but still.
Like, and how can you be too furious? You know, you're already furious.
Yeah.
You can be too fast.
Some of these lines. All right, 50 of the best Fast and the Furious quotes. Here we go. In a big list. This is what I like to see.
Nice. All right.
They open at the same time I pull this trigger. Want me to open them? What? Life's simple. You make choices and you don't look back. I mean, yeah, I guess if you live it like that, sounds pretty dang simple. Hey, did Meg leave?
Yeah.
You want a piece of ass? Go to Hollywood Boulevard. You want an adrenaline rush? That'll be too large. Huh.
Too large.
You know, I would have won that race if you didn't cheat, right? You break her heart, I'll break your neck. Yeah, but with cars, when you trade up, they don't take half your shit. That's actually pretty funny. Dude, I almost had you. There you go. That's
no, hold on. There's another part to the 7. He goes, dude, I almost had you. And then he goes, dude, you never had your car.
God.
Or something along those lines.
Dude, I'm one of those boys who appreciates a fine body regardless of the make. Oh my God. Ew. That's Dominic. That's Vin Diesel trying to hit on someone. Ew.
I've got to believe that you have to think that Vin Diesel wrote some of these.
Here's another funny one from Vin Diesel. You've got balls, man. I've been told. What the fuck? You're not that charming, bitch. These are hilarious. Money will come and
you
go.
You would enjoy them, man. You would.
We all know that. I mean, I know. We'll watch all 10 of them very soon, I guess.
All
right. You know this ain't no 10-second race. I got nothing but time. All of the Dominic Toretto quotes are fucking hilarious. Yeah, just like Justin Timberlake in Japan. Letty grew up just down the street. She was into cars since she was like 10 years old. Dom always had her attention. Ugh. I lied to you. Dom. I lied to everybody. That's what I do best. That's why the feds recruited me. Oh my God. I'll have the tuna, no crust. Brian. You risk life and limb to save the free world. And what does it give you? Jello and a bad 70s tea show. What the fuck does... It's on the house, The Rock. I watched my father burn to death. I can still remember him screaming. The people who were there said my father died long ago before the tanks blew. They said it was me that was screaming.
It was me that was screaming. Now it's a line from the 9th one.
Oh, Vin. We find out you have such a troubled past. Maybe you're lying to yourself. Maybe you're not the good guy pretending to be the bad guy. Maybe you're the bad guy pretending to be the good guy. Did you ever think about that? Jesus. It doesn't matter whether you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning. You know, what's funny is the guy who made the first 2, Rob Cohen. Yeah, he did Dragonheart. He did Dragonheart and the Bruce Lee story, Dragon, also called Dragon. What up, Meg?
Which one was
you guys are still here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're reading lines.
You said you were going to bed, so if we're not going to watch movies, I'll just keep streaming. Maybe Blue Collar will pop in soon.
Okay.
Dragonheart was the one where Sean Connery was the last dragon. I am the last one. Remember? Dennis Quaid.
I don't.
Words ain't even been invented yet.
Weird. We're reading these. We're reading these Fast and the Furious quotes.
The cringy ones.
Yeah. Words ain't even been invented yet. That's Vin Diesel. All the Dom quotes. That's Vin Diesel. You don't turn your back on family, even when they do. What? You mean when they turn their back on you?
Everything's about family, man. You know, it's a
Else matters. Not the mortgage, not the store, not my team, and all their bullshit.
Your mistake is thinking you have a goddamn choice, boy.
That's The Rock. All right, here's another Dominic one. I live my life a quarter mile at a time. Nothing else. For those 10 seconds or less, I'm free.
I remember that very much from the first.
yeah. That's definitely from the first one.
I remember watching that movie at Eddie's house. It was like with his other roommate.
I think that was also the first one, the one from Monica right under it.
Yeah, he had like a roommate named Paul, and for some reason it was just like Fast and the Furious. Yeah, let's watch that. And for some reason he just started reciting the whole movie like verbatim, like a watch along.
That's how we are with Forrest Gump.
No, way worse. Like he was literally like a one-man stage production of the Fast and the Furious in front of us. It was amazing. And me and Eddie were just like, well, looking at each other like he's still going. Like it's like we're like 30 minutes into the movie.
Hey, can I tell Smile how we met?
Yeah.
I was at a Degenerate burn. It's the second biggest burn besides Burning Man. Right? So yeah.
That's this weekend, by the way. Hey, fucking Flipside Jomo. Fuck you. You all are getting
nobody's.
Y'all got 5 vaccines to go out
5
there. 5
vaccines to go be degenerate in a camping site. Anyways, so I went to this place and Enzo was there and he did the entire monologue from Jurassic Park where he has like the raptor claw and the kid's like, oh, it's just a turkey. And he's like, does like the whole monologue and Enzo did it perfectly. And I was like, who is this guy? And I introduced myself and he was like, come back tomorrow. I'm going to give you a giant handful of mushrooms and we're going to play Cards Against Humanity. And I was like, that sounds great. So I came back the next day. That's exactly what we did. And now
awesome. Wow.
For a third of my life, we were inseparable now.
That's incredible.
Oh.
No. Every time we go do something that we buy or not buy, we have tickets to, we just end up calling it early and just going back to hang out by ourselves. Because nobody
last time
as we are.
I'm gonna start taking Adderall at festivals. That shit was magic.
Oh, I forgot I gave you one.
Yeah, it was like 2 nights. I was up all night.
Yeah, and you did a great job playing drums. I wonder if that had like some extra pep in your step, you know?
Probably. I don't think I did. I was like trying to. It's because like I don't know. It was all right. Here. What was I gonna say?
I like number 29. Can you read 29?
Oh yeah. I smell skanks. Why don't you girls just pack it up before I leave tread marks on your face?
Again, the first movie. When they're all gathered at the street race.
Yeah.
And what they don't put in that quote is she goes, I smell skanks.
No.
That's
God.
right. That's right.
Which like totally changes the tone of it, you know?
Oh yeah. It was aggressive.
I smell skanks. That's funny. What does a skank smell like? Like a skunk, but fishier.
I feel like we all kind of know what a skank.
Here's the funny thing. I was going to bring up about Flipside. More posts every day about like we need volunteers. We don't have any volunteers, hardly any volunteers. And then here comes this guy. You know, we are not doing this to create and fill volunteer shifts. I like volunteering every year, but that's not the point of burning. That's not what I quote unquote bring to the burn. The reason I do this, the reason a burn is unique versus any other festival I can attend is art, free self-expression, community, and connection. Make sure to leave room for that. It's like,
While you're calling everybody who doesn't have 5 shots in their arm a plague rat.
Well, here's the funny thing. It's like, look, like, yeah, everyone needs to volunteer. And it's like, guys, nobody's volunteering. Well, first of all, yeah, all the plague rats can't go anymore or don't want to go. Fuck y'all. I'm not going anymore. Even if you fucking,
Me either.
I need a doctor administered PCR test to say like 24, 34 hours. Oh, and they're not free, by the way. They're like fucking couple $100. No, kiss my balls. Like,
plus
and then
the ticket cost.
Yeah, that's like the ticket costs on top
plus
of that.
The cost of all your food,
and that's
your lodging, your
this
tents,
is stuff.
your
This
car.
is stuff that a few people have mentioned. Most people keep their mouth shut because they know if they mention it, they'll just get silenced. You know, which is what happens. Hey, these are like old, outdated protocols from 3 years ago. We've been telling you for 3 years, don't do this shit. But
that's why I got booted for saying, "Hey, do we advocate violence now?"
And right,
I got booted.
Trans violence, yeah, it's okay. But as far as like, yeah, people bitching about volunteers, now there's people like, hey, some of us like saying that we can only volunteer, that's the only worth we have as volunteering, it makes us like enabled people. It's very ableism. It's ableism that you're saying
you don't think volunteering is part of a radical inclusion community.
Some of us are just too weak and tired and old and fat to volunteer, and we can't do parking shifts. So it's hard. It's hard to sit in a chair and tell people where to park all day. It's like
I went to a hockey game the other night, and there was this old man. I mean, I'm talking like 80 plus, sitting in a chair, and we walked past, and I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he just went, and I just walked past, and I was like, "Can't wait to get that old," because nobody gives a fuck with that.
Right.
I don't even know if he knows where he is, but like,
hell yeah,
I just don't.
I just remember. Here's the thing. Like, I remember some guy also bitching that they couldn't.
You can't not be a good parking attendant if you are disabled or something. Just sit there in your wheelchair.
Well, it's also like I saw a guy like recently, like, hey, there was a miscommunication. I thought I signed up for a greeter shift on these days, but I guess I didn't. And now there's no greeter shifts available. Whatever will I do? It's like, why don't you sign up for fucking Shaving Apes or some actual fucking volunteering shifts? Sign up for Perimeter. Sign up for Guardian. Sign up for any crazy shit. Why are you signing up for greeters? Oh, I want to sit at the gate and hug people.
Meditant sanctuary.
That's my work. I get to sit at people and tell everyone, welcome home.
And give them a bunch of hugs.
It's like, God damn it. And honestly, the welcome home, the butt rubs, it's like, it's old, dude. Let's fucking, I want to show up to Flipside. And
I'm really glad we grew out of that, because there's so many people that are like 50 and still going, but I haven't been since the year I met you, and that was 2011.
Honestly, in hindsight, when French Camp left, that was like the
French Camp was great.
The beginning of the end.
Pissed everybody off. It's kind of like when you dress as a DEA agent when we go to like festivals and stuff, and everybody's like, "Hey man, that's totally not like a funny outfit.
Yeah,
like, you're
it is.
A bunch of us out." And it's like the fact that you just said that means
If I ever go to Flipside again, I'm going to say the most far right radical shit I could think of just to upset people.
Well, the thing is, I don't know how close you guys can see him. He looks like a cop.
I'm gonna be in there.
Yeah,
I mean, I got the cap. I got the goatee.
That when you do that,
dude, I'm gonna be up there like doing like the Black Israelite thing, you know, like I'm gonna just be saying awful shit, waiting for someone to start shit. I'll just be like, all right, yeah, and then I'll start filming it. I'll be like, I'm just gonna walk.
When we came across the Black Israelites, and you said you were just the white devil here to make sure that you're.
Yeah. In hindsight, like I realized that's what they do, man. They just try to get any kind of reaction out of most people who know them. Now you know just to ignore them. You don't engage with them because like that's what they do is they just try to stoke a reaction and then get a tourist to fucking punch them, and that's all it takes. I was being a tourist that night.
You weren't mad at all. You were just like, "Oh, yeah. I'm just the white devil."
Of course, but it's like, the trolling, trying to encounter them, trying to persuade them, or try to. Oh, I'm going to say something that they're wrong. It's like, no, they got it all figured out. They know what they're doing. It's fun. Sons of bitches. They're sons of bitches. They know what they're doing.
I didn't try to argue him, did I? Oh, God, I hope not.
I don't know. Again, it's just like back when I gave a shit, back when I gave a shit. But now it's like I see fucking dudes like that on the street. I'm just kind of like, yep.
I'm just kind of like, I got to never come downtown again. That happened 5 years ago.
That too.
and I just haven't gone back because
the last time we went, I remember that was weird.
I'm not trying to get shot. Oh yeah, that was super weird.
Downtown Austin.
We went to like a big rave, right? And like we take some fucking mushrooms and go to this venue. And then as soon as we get there, it's like there's people there that we don't like. So we have to leave all of a sudden. And now we're just kind of like walking around downtown,
somebody who
downtown
was
6th
really
Street.
Oh boy.
And it's just
I went
yeah.
and told Enzo, hey, I'm super uncomfortable right now because I know this person and this is the thing they did and we need to go. And he was like, yeah, no problem. And grabs my hand and we leave. And then we went to like, I don't know, 2 doors down to a different bar or something. now the shoes are kicking in. And like, we're no longer in the trippy bar where like they were playing, you know,
we're
psychedelic friendly music. Now
top 46th Street bar, you know?
Yeah, now we're at like fucking
crackheads everywhere and fucking drunk ratchet people everywhere.
Yeah. And he was just like, can we please fucking leave? Like,
I remember just being like, look, if we can't go back to the rave bar, let's just go home. You know, like this is definitely a downgrade being at the Thirsty Nickel or whatever the fuck we're at. You know?
Yeah. We went home and it was better here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it always is better home, but usually it's like after a night of like going buck wild at some fucking other place. It was funny because I sat in, showed up. I was like, hey, I'm here. What's up? I haven't seen you in forever. Hey, how's it going? We sat down for like 15 minutes and then it was just like left. It was like,
I mean, there's about maybe 2 people in the world that could get me to leave a bar that quick.
I hear you. I remember telling, I saw Happy James like walking in. I was like, dude, excited to see you play. Excited to see you DJ for the first time in forever. And then I just left. Irish goodbye out of there.
Yeah.
Whoops. Well, I am Irish. You can blame it on me.
Blame it on the lass. I do. What else? I made a delicious hot dog with beef, shredded beef and queso and onions and corn and cilantro and pico de gallo.
If you took away the hot dog, the onions, corn, cilantro, and pico de gallo, it sounds
mustard,
really
avocado.
And can I read 30 like Vin Diesel?
Oh yeah. I don't feel like I'm under arrest.
I don't feel like I'm under arrest.
Hey, I don't feel like I'm under arrest.
That's what I'm gonna say next time I get arrested.
Yeah,
I don't feel like I'm under arrest. I don't identify as someone being under arrest. I identify as someone free and allowed to go home.
Yeah, you're committing a hate crime right now.
Yeah, I'm not so good, man. Who's Twinkie? I'm not so good, man. I can sell rubbers to a monk. Sorry, what?
Oh, I just said maybe I should try that if I ever get arrested again. Just be like, is it because I'm a woman? And I wonder if that'll like work in my favor at all.
Hey, we do what we do best. We improvise, all right?
I don't have friends. I have family.
Well, it's funny because Vin Diesel did the voice of the Iron Giant, you know, so I'm always picturing, you know, these quotes being like Iron Giant quotes, you know, I don't have friends. I have family, you know, Iron Giant style.
Yeah. I just watched that for the first time a couple months ago.
What did you think about it?
I enjoyed it.
It's like fucking amazing. I love that movie.
The animation was awesome.
And it's just like a great all ages film too. You're like on the edge of your seat in the end of that movie. You're like, dude, this fucking machine is badass. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's a goddamn killer robot from space.
I feel like the thing about Fast and Furious is that all the cringe lines are the same. Again, it's all about family.
Dude, every one of these lines could, it is.
Meg, how many of the movies have you seen?
Again, I think I went to 5.
Went to 5? Yeah.
Every one of these Dom lines. Every one of these Dom's lines could be delivered by the Iron Giant.
Yeah, I think whenever I realized how repetitive and ridiculous it was, I just quit watching after. I may have only made it to 4. I can't remember.
Dude, they're not repetitive. One car went under another car, then another car went in space, one car went in the water, one car went over there.
Okay, no, that's not. What was the one where they damn it, what did I just say? I just said it.
They're repetitive. Dude, again, the Iron Giant. I have faith in you, but this isn't a junkyard. It's a garage. These are lines the Iron Giant could say.
That is a very Iron Giant quote.
Every single one. You almost had me. You never had me. You never had your car.
That's
That's
your
the line.
car. Yeah. That's the one. Ejectocito, cuz.
If we have
Oh,
to.
Tokyo Drift. That's what I was saying. Which number was Tokyo Drift? Didn't they
3.
have Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift?
So it's 3, but we found out chronologically it's part 7.
Oh.
It takes place after part 7. It's part 8.
That's what I was telling Enzo. That's my
fucking
favorite
weird.
one.
I think that's the last one I saw.
Weird, dude.
I just love any like movie where there's a high school kid from Alabama, like in Japan, all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You know what? I
some-
think you should go back to Greenbow, Alabama.
Look at you. Granny shifting, not double clutching.
Me?
No, I'm just quoting that stupid movie. Well,
Oh, the Fast. I was like, wait, that doesn't happen in Forrest Gump. No, Fast and Furious.
yeah, you never know. So weird.
Well,
I guess
that was fun.
should we wrap it up then? I guess.
I feel like we should wait for Smile to get back so we can.
I also was hoping.
Yay!
Yeah, isn't Queef getting on?
No, I guess not. And then I was hoping Collar would show up, but I guess it is kind of. It's like 3 a.m. his time. I doubt he's coming. Okay, all right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I always forget. So it's 2 there.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for hanging out, you weirdos. I
Yeah,
will
it's
see you
fun.
next week.
It always is fun. And then maybe we'll watch something tomorrow. I think I definitely want to talk to Blue Collar Loser about watching Speed tomorrow. So that should be fun.
Yeah. Is that going to be a We Watch thing?
Yeah.
So how does
Yeah,
that work? You just
if you
do
want.
is that a watermark?
Yeah, it's just like an overlay. I just I edit the stuff in Premiere,
Yeah.
So
you
I
could
just
do
kinda-
the whole movie. You could do like a movie like Speed.
I mean, kind of. It's like the copyright people, it's like hit or miss. Sometimes they allow it, sometimes they don't, but they always leave the video up, you know what I mean? Like the movie's not monetized in my name, that's fine. They still keep the video up. So it's like whatever. I don't care.
Right on.
I'm just trying to record this shit. But anyway,
There's a couple people shitting around, eh?
I guess it's just family.
Yeah.
Don't forget about family. Another thing, family.
Coronas.
Always remember family. And family. Also, family. Because when you're here,
What about
your
family?
family. Yeah. Well, when you're here, your family at the family garden. Family. Family and Furious. The Furious and the family.
It's like family, but with more cheese.
The family and the Furious. The Furious and the family. The family. Family. Family, family, family. Family, 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 family. I don't have no friends. I got family.
Familiar family.
Family, family, family. Family. Family, family.